playing fine. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, but even if he has been playing fine, when Leonard comes back, they're gonna start splitting games. Yeah, whether he's been insane or not, like that's just Vegas' style.
Right. I can live with it.
Yeah, you should be okay. You should be okay.
Let's bring up some statistical websites.
Some things and stuffs.
Yeah, things to talk about. I'm gonna crack a bubbly. We have music now in the background. I think we are way overdue. I just did that. Wow. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Just 1 minute?
Well, no, you know exactly what I mean. Don't do that. Don't do that, Paul. Not the time.
Your time is up. My time is now. Is that so. What? You can't see me. My time is now.
I've lost it.
It's the franchise with a shining down. You need to put on John Cena's theme song.
I don't have the rights to John Cena's theme song.
That's totally fine. You can still put it up, you know? Make me feel good.
No, I can't do that. I don't think you understand what the whole point of having the rights means.
I like this song, though.
What about this next one? Ooh. This is just all part of my generic stock music subscription. Big fan.
That's
big fan.
Big fan. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Should I use some of our other sound effects?
No. What other sound effects?
I have the Coach's Corner music. Maybe I'll put that on there. If we ever bring back Dan Cherry.
Whatever happened to Don Cherry? Did he come back this week?
No, he just went to do a podcast.
Oh, okay. I heard something about him, but I didn't read enough into it because I just didn't care. Can we all just say that him getting fired was bullshit? Can I just say that? I fucking hated that thing. That was stupid.
That he got canceled.
Cut. Yeah, fucking canceled.
Okay, you know.
Clear play.
Oh, Cleary's here.
Bing pop.
Hell yeah.
Clear play is too quick, eh? Jeez.
Oh, that's a sub? Hell yeah. Cleary, you're a gem. Oh, he's getting amped. Let's go. Yeah, lots to talk about today. 3 main areas of conversation to partake in on the FanCast today.
Yeah, I'm also just reading those.
What?
Because, I'd read them before, and I was, thinking about it, but I was
You put all those in.
No, what you said.
Now I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't... Okay. Whatever. No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. When we get there, right? That's how it works. That's how we roll.
The ones I put in at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Boys, you have become my 6 to 8 Monday entertainment.
Hell yeah.
Clear play. That means so much to me. I don't think you understand.
And we're going even later tonight because there is a Maple Leafs game.
No.
Oh, you're just done at 8 o'clock?
He said 6 to 8.
Well, we might have him stick around later.
Listen, I'm not working overtime. Okay. I don't work overtime.
Look, we got 90 seconds left. Do a live in 5 post. I'm using the bathroom. Let's go.
Go take your pee-pee, okay? Well, I have to do my live in 5. Live in 5. 4. Actually, we got a minute left. It's a holiday. I got hose on hose and it's out of control, y'all. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it just sounded like he exploded his bathroom. Are you going to make it? I don't think you're going to make it, Danny.
Oh, man. Oh, look at that. Clear's going to stick around for overtime?
Wow.
He's a goat. Yeah. Caveman?
Well, Danny.
Take it away, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Leafs FanCast. I am your co-host, Paul the Caveman Cavaretta. To my virtual left, my right-hand man, Mr. Danny Mags. How you doing, Danny?
Hey, buddy. I'm doing real good. I'm feeling pretty amped. The sky is no longer falling. The sun is shining. We are live at twitch.tv/BingPotTV and the Dean Blundell Sports Media Podcast Network Extraordinaire. Air horn.
I like how you opened that beer at the perfect time there.
It's a bubbly.
A bubbly? You disappoint me.
I know, dude. I tell you, I haven't gone out and bought beer in way too long. I mean, that's not true. I don't count St. Patrick's Day, but also time has lost all meaning, so does it really matter?
You haven't even had a chance to, have you? Like, there's nothing to do. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. I've been imbibing on other things. We'll say that. Ooh, for now.
Okay.
Like Maple Leafs wins and big time saves from Jack Campbell. Surprise, we did actually get a few. You may think that all he did was give away the puck a handful of times against the Ottawa Senators and have it end up in the back of our net. But Jack Campbell did play very well to keep us in those games. That's a W against Ottawa in overtime and a massive come-from-behind W Saturday night against the Edmonton Oilers. Air horn!
Is that really was it that big of a comeback?
I think it was, man.
I don't know. Dude, I never feel like our team's ever in danger. Like, we could be down, and I'm always just we still got time.
So, you're right. I'm at the point where I've got that level of confidence. But at the same time, after watching Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl do the things that they did on Saturday night, running up and down the ice like they wanted, when you're down 3-1 with like 9 minutes left to play in the third, you don't think you're coming back. But man, this felt good. This felt like the Leafs of old, where they just explode for points at the end. And I know that's not how we want to see them winning games on a consistent basis, but like, you gotta tell me, Paul, it's pretty fun to watch them do that and come back.
It is very fun, and I have no problem watching my team win, overtime or not. You know, I mean, kind of sucks that we can only seem to win in overtime.
Well, lately.
But we have Edmonton's number. I was listening, and turns out that this is our last game of the season against the Oilers until playoffs, bar playoffs.
Coming up tonight.
Yeah, coming up tonight. Tonight's the last game. And we have a 6-2 record against them.
Nice.
Are we scared of these guys? I'm not scared of these guys.
So here's I gotta dampen the spirits on this. And as any good Ottawa Senators fan will tell you, winning in the regular season means very little. If we think back to the early 2000s, Leafs Sens, Battle of Ontario. I know you're too young to remember this, caveman. Ottawa was arguably the better team in 2002, 2003, 2004. But the Toronto Maple Leafs, despite not having any success in the regular season against these teams, decimated the Senators in the playoffs during that time frame. So I can't tell you that I'm not afraid of running into the Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs, because a regular season win means nothing. Danto! Much love.
What's going on, Danto?
Big sub coming from Doritos. So that's what I'm saying. Don't read too much into regular season success, especially if, and I think we'd all kind of agree on Saturday, that game probably should have gone to the Edmonton Oilers. The Leafs get lucky. That feels good. I have two questions for you, Paul. As we take the temperature of Leafs Nation following these two games, it's the same question regarding two different players. The question I'm going to ask you is, do you trust them? The first is, do you trust Jack Campbell? And the second is, do you trust Alex Galchenyuk?
Ooh, I was hoping you'd say Freddie Anderson, but I mean, guess it's kind of the same. Do I trust Jack Campbell? Yeah. I'm okay going into this offseason with Jack Campbell. Not offseason, sorry, postseason. Postseason? Offseason? Postseason. Postseason.
Ideally the offseason too, but that's only after we hoist the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, of course.
Right, that's how it's going to go.
I am a big fan of Jack Campbell's right now. He just seems like a good Canadian boy. He's Canadian, right?
I believe he is Canadian.
I don't know. All good hockey players must be Canadian, right?
So hold on, because wait, Cleary just said he hasn't given us a reason not to trust him. And Campbell's American?
Wow. All good goalies are American. This is a fact.
Jesus.
Hellebuck's American.
Jack Campbell. Oh, he's from Michigan. He's from Port Huron. He might as well be Canadian. He's from... Come on. Port Huron. He's literally across the bridge.
He's across the bridge. Okay, that's fine.
Beat the Canadian... Okay. The point I was trying to get to here. Thank you for all of these great. So Jack Campbell is a Canada killer.
Yeah,
we want to like him. Cleary says he hasn't given us a reason not to trust him. Here's what I've got. The stick work against Ottawa twice. Okay, makes you a little nervous.
Stay in your net. That's fine.
He didn't look great in the beginning against Edmonton. He did settle down. So I do think it ended up being fine. All I'm saying is there have been, 2 wins, but they weren't exactly smooth. And yes, he's undefeated, but it hasn't been seamless. So that's all I'm saying is based on what you've seen, we still trust him, right?
I have no problem trusting him until Frederik Andersen comes back 100% healthy. I don't want Freddie coming back if he's not healthy. If he's not healthy, either sit him the rest of the season. I don't care. Don't bring him in the playoffs. Trade him away. I don't want to see him step foot on the ice if the excuse for us losing when he does is he's injured. Keep him at home.
Okay,
I don't care. Right?
We said this a whole lot last week. I don't need to rehash this again. I am ready to pull my hair out because just in case you haven't heard this, the starting goaltender in tonight's game against Ottawa, despite the fact this is in no way, shape, or form a back-to-back, is Michael effing Hutchinson.
That's my boy.
But I'd still rather have an injured Freddie over a healthy Hutch. We're not doing this again. I feel like that was the entire theme of the show last week.
Okay, well, it's fine. Okay, here's just what I'm saying. As for Jack Campbell, I don't care how it gets done as long as it gets done. Okay? That's a big part
just get the W.
Somehow you need to find a way to win. And I don't care if Jack Campbell's having the worst game of his life and Frederik Andersen's having the best game of his life. If Campbell wins that game, no one gives a shit about Freddie.
So I'm going to double down on something I said last week, and I think this is still really important. The team plays better in front of Jack Campbell. I think the team cares more about Jack Campbell.
That could be true.
Where what was it? The goal in Ottawa, and Spezza goes over to him and says, "Don't worry, we got you. Everything's a-okay."
Yeah.
I really want to figure out how to quantify that. To say how does that matter? Didn't it kind of feel it's not really, but it's the Goldberg moment from Mighty Ducks. These guys would rally around Goldberg. These guys, the Leafs, will rally around Campbell in a way that just, you never saw that from Fred. And I'm really trying to figure out how to measure that because to me, that's gotta matter.
And it does. It 100% does. And maybe that's probably why they don't feel comfortable in front of Hutch. And it's kind of the same thing with Freddie, where Freddie's the better goaltender than Hutchison. So he can cover it up better. But I would say the lack of skill that Hutch has and the lack of effort from the team, it balances out, or it doesn't balance out, and it just makes him lose, right? Where for Freddie, his skill and then the team not caring, and it kind of evens out as to, yeah, we win some games, right? Where Campbell, everybody loves him, and he's kind of good, so it's just a better result, right?
Are you expecting a W tonight from Hutch? How do you put him in net?
I expect a W every night from the Toronto Maple Leafs. That is how I'm living my life right now because that's what makes me feel good, And we're facing the Edmonton Oilers. We have a game in hand and we're up 3 points. So if we lose tonight with Hutch in net, you know what? It's not the worst thing because Freddie and Campbell got to rest. And I'm okay with it.
You're okay, but even though this team, Edmonton, is 3 points behind us in the standings.
Yep.
You're okay giving Campbell a night off just to keep resting him. Conversely,
let me ask you this: are the Leafs are the Toronto Maple Leafs in any danger right now of not making the playoffs?
No, but if we know
Then
that
what are we
seeding
talking
matters.
Then what are we talking about? No, it doesn't. Because in this division, we are the best team, no matter what our seeding is. We should steamroll all of these guys. First round, second round, done.
So
it doesn't matter if we're in fourth, third, second, or where we should be in first. Do you know what I mean?
So it's a luxury that because we're so good and we're ahead of the pack, we can take these liberties and, as Cleary said, donate points to the
Exactly.
Edmonton
Yeah,
Oilers.
we can donate points to the Edmonton Oilers so they can catch up to the Winnipeg Jets, and get home ice advantage in a year. It doesn't matter.
Is there anything to be said about maybe some kind of psychology here? With Keefe saying, hey, you know what? Yo, Alyssa's in the room. What's going on, Alyssa?
What's going on, Alyssa?
Okay, real quick, Alyssa, because I know you really want to talk about Maple Leafs backup goalie conversations. But is there something about Keefe here maybe saying, look, the team hasn't really played stellar the last 2 games. We're not going to give you a helping hand in Jack Campbell. We're putting the worst goalie in net. It is now on you, the players, to be responsible and actually play a full 60 tonight against Edmonton. Anything like that?
I don't think that's what he's doing. I understand what you're trying to
break.
I think that I understand what you're trying to say, but in this league, winning is everything, and anytime you can win or improve your chances to win, you should be looking at taking them. Keefe knows this, so I don't think he's resting I don't think he's resting Campbell and Freddie as you guys all have to play better around him. I think he's doing it because they need the rest. And we don't have to have Freddie Anderson play 50 games a season in order to win, and we shouldn't. And we don't need Campbell to play if he's not healthy, because we don't. Okay. So you know what? Give him the rest, because down the line, it'll make the difference. It'll make the difference in the playoffs when his groin is fully healed and he can make that save that would have made the Edmonton Oilers go up 3-2.
I'd like to see it. Look, you know what? Best case scenario, Leafs pull off the dub tonight. I'm still undecided, by the way, ahead of our FanCast Forecast. I have no idea if they're going to pull off a W tonight.
I don't either.
But I'm not writing them off yet because we do seem to have Edmonton's number. Before we get to Alex Galchenyuk, just a quick reminder. So, Leafs watch party tonight. Game is at 7. We will be here hanging out, having some conversations at intermissions as well. And before that, at 6:30 or so, Kyle King, yes, the Kyle King of the Kyle King Show, will be swinging through the FanCast. We're going to talk about his recent feature in The Athletic. If you didn't see it, we will break that all down for you. But he is a Twitch streamer based in Houston. He is a sports talk junkie, and the man needs to be educated on the National Hockey League. So we will give him juicy tidbits to take back to his show. And maybe also ask him some advice on what we can do at the FanCast. Yeah, Kyle Dubas. That would be amazing. We have him scheduled 2 weeks from now. He has a tendency to be flaky, though. So don't get your hopes up.
We've had scheduling issues with him because he wants to come in on Tuesdays, but we can't do Tuesdays. You know what I mean?
That's true. Although, maybe down the line, we can start expanding other days to the roster. So let's go. Alex Galchenyuk.
3 points in 4 games. That's what he's got right now. 2 in his last game.
He had not had a multi-point game in 3 teams. Apparently his last multi-point game was 3 teams ago. He was, I guess, technically on the roster, but okay, fine. 2 teams ago. Point is, sorely needed from him and really nice to see.
So I can't say with 100% certainty that I am Team Alex Galchenyuk. But what this team needs is a player who's going to play his ass off because he wants to make a name for himself again. And everybody who's come to this team this year seems to want to do it. Wayne Simmons at the beginning of the year, you laughed at me when I said I can see him playing on the first line. And look where he's been, because he has tried his ass off and he has worked as hard as he can to get back to prime Wayne Simmons, which I don't think we have, but still, he's been a monster.
I felt like we had him before he got hurt, and I feel like since he's gotten hurt, I haven't he hasn't felt as dangerous.
No,
I'm
but
hoping in the playoffs we see a totally different animal.
He is
here. What's going on, my dude?
What's going on?
Chucky's beard per 60. I think we got to be talking about Jumbo Joe. Or no, we're talking about Galchenyuk.
Galchenyuk. Yeah, Chucky's beard per 60 is one of the highest on the team. Yeah, for sure.
Beard per 60.
Galchenyuk has been solid. So here's what I wanted to say. Joe Thornton has looked
at this beard.
Joe Thornton has looked good for the Toronto Maple Leafs,
right.
And he looked better than he did last season. Simmons looks like he's reviving his career with the Toronto Maple Leafs this season. Bogosian, I know he had a good season last year with Tampa, but he looks like he's giving it all this year. Brody looks like he's giving it all this year. Campbell looks like he's giving it all this year. Galchenyuk does not change that story. I saw him in the first couple shifts forechecking as a winger, and I think he's naturally a center, but he's taking his role. And he knows he's not the most skilled guy on that line. He knows he's not the Tavares or the Nylander of that line, but he puts himself in a situation where he has to work hard to get the puck to those guys, and he's been doing it. And you know what? It's paid off. And I'm happy for him. Do I think it can continue? Yes. Do I think it will continue? We'll see.
Are you okay with him taking up that space on the second line perpetually? What do you need to see to make that still feel like a good idea? And I want to kind of circle back here to a take that I heard about Zach Hyman and why you shouldn't put Zach Hyman lower in the lineup.
Okay.
So, concept here, and if anybody caught this earlier today, this was Jason Bourne on either Hockey Central or Good Show this morning on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Something to the tune of, if Zach Hyman is playing lower in your lineup on that shutdown line, if you're playing them against top competition, that is going to limit the ice time for one of your top two lines, typically the Tavares and the Nylander line. But then the flip side of that is, yes, they may be getting lower minutes, but the competition they will be deployed against will be significantly weaker, that you're going to have better results when they're on the ice, even though you're lowering the ice time. And I'm bringing this back to Galchenyuk. Because if Galchenyuk fits on that line with Tavares and Willie, and will do so perpetually, then that gives you the freedom to keep Hyman lower down the lineup. Joe, Simmons, whoever you want to put on that top line can be there. And all of a sudden, you're 3 lines deep. Alex Kerfoot's on your 4th line. Does it all work?
Here's my answer to that, and my answer to that is an answer we've been looking for. I am comfortable enough with Galchenyuk on the second line that I don't think we need to sell the future for a second or first line winger. As the lineup stays right now, this is a forward group that I can put some faith in, put some trust in. Galchenyuk being a part of that, at least what he's shown us, we'll have to see if he can keep it up. As far as Hyman and taking away minutes from Matthews, Marner, Tavares, and Willie, because we're going to be rolling our lines, am I okay with that? Yeah, I guess. I don't really think it's up to Hyman to stop the best competition in each game. I don't think it's Hyman's job to stop Connor McDavid every game. I think that's more on the defensive end. But if you're rolling your top lines, or if you're rolling your first 3 lines and Hyman is able to hem, this is the way I think of it, if they're able to hem McDavid into their end because they can't get the puck back, that I can buy. And I would say, you know what? That's a difference maker.
Yeah, that's the idea in the deployment of that hem line, right?
Right.
When you've got Hyman, Engvall, and Mikheyev.
Right? And I love that line. What I honestly think of when I see Galchenyuk, and maybe tonight we'll see it some more, I see a player, a combination, and maybe it's not perfect, but a combination of Hyman's tenacity has been coming out of him with Mikheyev's size and Engvall's hands, unfortunately. But he's been good. You know what? He has been a good little support piece. I really want to see what would happen if they put him in a more important role, like on a power play. But again, see where it goes, you know?
Well, you might
make your name and make your name and state your claim, right?
Well, the power play looks absolutely awful right now. So anything that we can do to shake that up, like that's, I got no idea.
Jason Spezza, just put Spezza and Thornton together and let them create their magic,
and
right?
just say, you know what, forget it. Like I guess this is what we figured out. There was another piece. I mean, I know I'm kind of pumping Sportsnet's tires like crazy this week. Last week we were shouting out Myrtle on The Athletic. This week I'm shouting out Sportsnet. Man, there was an amazing article from Justin Bourne breaking down why the Leafs. What does it look like when the Leafs are playing poorly, and how do you beat the Leafs? And it's basically play defense, stack the house, don't let a puck get through. Nothing we didn't already know, especially from last season's bubble series against Columbus. So if that's the case, I think that's what they figured out on the power play, is teams are just stacking the middle. Nothing can get through.
You know what? I have a coworker of mine, Ted. I'm going to shout him out today.
What's up, Teddy? This one's for you.
Because Ted has been saying this before the season started, where the Leafs' biggest problem offensively on the power play is they have no defenseman who fits there in the system they need him to, in the spot they need him to fit, right? And he's not the type of defenseman we need. Morgan Rielly is fantastic at carrying the puck. Morgan Rielly is fantastic at carrying the puck, entering the zone, breakouts. He's got sick dishes. He's a really good quarterback. Unfortunately, Mitch Marner also is on that power play. So why do you have two guys doing the same job?
Well, who would you put there? Because I mean, Brody's fine on the second unit, but I mean, what do you want to? What do you want out of your guy?
We do not have a defenseman, a number one guy who we can put on the power play to just chuck bombs at the net. Zdeno Chara, okay, what made the Boston power play when we faced them so deadly is they could throw the puck to Chara if nothing was going, and one guy's down and out of the fight because he just got hit with a shot, right? Okay. Or it gets through, or it's just a big shot. It's an extra weapon. Unfortunately, Rielly's big shot is a snapshot or a wrist shot from the
he's got a nice wrist from just above the circles. Yeah.
Is that enough of a weapon? No, because it's not fast enough. It's nothing scary. He doesn't score that often. You need a guy who can chuck a bomb when you need it. I don't know if Jake Muzzin can do it, but guys that come to mind, you got Dustin Byfuglien used to do it, right? Chara used to do it. Weber does it, right? These big-bodied guys.
So what you're saying is you need a guy who can drop the hammer?
Yeah, just something.
A little hammer time?
A little hammer time.
Is Justin Hall the guy? But come on. No, wait. This is dumb. Like, I as much as I want to entertain you. Hold on. No, come on.
Go ahead.
As much as I want to entertain you, and there is this like, it's Leafs brain, logic brain, right? The Leaf brain is like, I want to believe in you. The logic brain says no. Because Morgan Rielly can still put pucks on net from the blue line, and he's mobile. If somebody's doing what James is talking about, defensive players getting better at cutting off a defenseman's time to wind up from the point, Morgan Rielly is mobile. But Vive's making a really good point here as well. When Marner just kind of throws a softie on net, it doesn't do anything. These guys need to put big, heavy shots to the net from below the dots and clean up their rebounds. And we don't see it.
So here is why you need that big shot. And this is why I understand why you like Rielly, because he can move in and he can put pucks on net. That's great and all.
I also don't think we have the shot that you're looking for.
No, we absolutely. That's what I was saying. We do not have the shot. We've never had the shot on this team, and that's
supposed to have it, and that didn't pan out.
Which is whatever, right? Here's the problem. Because Rielly's shots are so weak and wristy, Morgan Rielly's best weapon is his mobility and his ability to get pucks on net. So how do you counter that? You clog the middle.
You have a fan in Don Collins, by the way. Paul is so smart. Glad he's on the show. Appreciate you, Don.
Thank you, Don.
Appreciate you. You know, Don, you can come on this show anytime. I know you don't know how to use Discord yet, but you are on the FanCast staff list on the Bing Pod HQ Discord if you ever want to come on into the channel. You're more than welcome. Robertson might have that hard shot when he makes the team, but he's not a defenseman.
Matthews was trying to get the shot with the one-timer. The problem with Rielly not having the shot is his threat level is lessened. You do not have to cover Riley because if he gets the puck, you know what he's going to do. He's going to skate up and shoot it. So if you clog the middle, you take away his biggest weapon. Done. You do the same thing to Marner. Done. And then what is their only option? Matthews.
How crazy would it be to roll out 5 forwards on a power play?
Absolutely. I don't think you do that because in worst case scenario, at least a defenseman knows how to take away a passing lane.
Who's got the shot that can actually do it from the point? And I'm starting to think like
no player on the Leafs has this shot. Well, I mean, Jason Spezza. Jason Spezza has the shot, but I'm not putting Jason Spezza there. No, he has it from the hash marks, which again is not the point. You need either a defenseman to have the shot, or if you put Spezza in Marner's slot, so he's on the other side with the big shot, and then you move Marner to the next power play. As long as Marner and Riley aren't doing the same job, they're competing for the same puck. That's the problem. That's a big problem.
They play too similarly, and they end up not giving us enough variety. I just want to see pucks get to the net more, and I don't know why the Leafs don't do this. Clearly, it's by design.
Well, because I just said it. Because teams, all they have to do is back off of Riley and Marner. They can't move around you if you're not giving them if you're not attacking them, right? If you're not letting them move around you, you just what are they gonna do? They're not gonna shoot it on net.
Can't put Marner on the second power play, or Paul raise a big stink. Paul Marner, yeah, right. We're gonna have him complaining again to TSN Radio. I think I don't know what the solution is to the power play. I'm sorry. This is where I say, hey, I'm just watching and I just don't understand how we don't put pucks on the net. I thought it's that easy. Put pucks to the net and good things happen. This is something I've learned from my hours and hours of Rocket League. You just put the ball to the net and hope that it gets a bounce.
See, and that's okay. That's hoping and wishing. But how nice would it be if they had to not cover Matthews or Marner so tightly? Because if they leave Weber on the point for too long with too much space, there's a slap shot coming top corner, and you can't stop that.
So
that's my whole thing. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That is my problem with the Leafs power play. That is my solution for everybody. Because once you have that big shot, you now have to rush with the shot, and that gives Marner the ability to sneak in.
So, if anything, if there was anybody on the trade market that would help, the Leafs were linked to Matthias Ekholm. Now it looks like Nashville is in a playoff spot. So Nashville isn't selling on anything right now. Columbus, all those Nick Foligno rumors, they are in the thick of it as well. So all of a sudden, the sellers are no longer sellers. Alex Galchenyuk is fitting on the left wing. Why am I... Oh, Don Collins is here.
Yeah, Don, join. What's going on, Don?
Don Collins is here.
Don,
join. What's going on, Don?
I left.
Oh, he's gone. All right, Don wasn't having fun. Don, you're still in the voice channel. You know, one day we'll have to tell... One day we're going to have to tell Don how to use this.
He's hanging out.
That's
That's all right.
We're happy to have you hanging out. And there he goes. But it does work. It proves the argument. He was trying to tell me that he knows how to use it. I said, okay. We'll see. It's all right. Don, we'll have another training session later. My boy Kyle King is about to log on. Yeah, you can definitely be out by 55. So Kyle King is going to join us. We'll have him for about 25 minutes. It's all good, Don. One day we'll get you in on it, and then when that happens, we can get you on camera too, and we can have you join the shows. Kyle King is about to join us. So if Galchenyuk's fitting, then all of a sudden we're doing just fine. We don't need to trade, and everybody's off the table anyway. Alex Kerfoot, fourth-line center. There is no way he is going to be our fourth-line center next year. He's gone in the offseason if they don't trade him beforehand. But in the meantime, to have him there in between Spezza and Thornton, you've got to be feeling good.
I'm going to be just realistic right now with what I expect. I do not expect them to trade Alex Kerfoot. If our problem was depth this whole time, I don't see them getting rid of him.
Never mind.
If anybody, pardon me?
Never mind the cap hit.
Never mind the cap hit, right? The problem I have with Kerfoot is like he's not even that bad. Like he's putting up 15 points in 34 games. Like that's not terrible. I don't like seeing him play. That's just
I'm okay with those numbers from a guy on my fourth line.
Yeah. Also, why does Zach Hyman have more goals than John Tavares?
Because Zach Hyman has been having a year, and John Tavares has been taking some unfair criticism. The Leafs are fine. Everything's going to be great. We're going to win the Stanley Cup this year. Everything's fine. I hope.
Yeah.
Paul, last week
Yes.
and the week before, we have been talking on this program about the NHL rulebook. And we went off on it a couple weeks ago. We let JR go off on it. And this week, the Tim Peel incident happens. And we would be remiss not to talk about it on this show, given how passionate I have been. You can't call every penalty.
No.
You can't call... And this is where the
NHL
conversation
guidelines.
is saying.
Yes, clear play. The NHL guidelines. They're not rules, they're guidelines.
Sure. This is the one thing that is bothering me a lot, is that the onus is always on the ref. They say you don't want to call every penalty because if you do... Hey, man, I have to do it, Don. Because if you call everything, the game is going to take forever. It'll be slowed down. I've seen things, one take, that says nobody wants to see a ref decide a game with a ticky-tack call with 2 minutes left in the third period of a tie. Well, my question is, why is that all of a sudden the ref who's deciding the game and not the player who commits the penalty? Like, this has got to be on the players to play by the rulebook, but we're only going to have that if the rulebook is clearly defined. Does it not make sense? Last thing, sorry, and then I'll let you go, Paul. Does it not make sense if we're going to talk about one penalty, we'll talk about cross-checking, because so often it goes uncalled. If you called every single cross-check, it might suck for 2 weeks. But then the players are going to stop cross-checking. So that's my take.
So here's my thing. I personally like a little bit grittier hockey. So I don't mind the non-calls. What I dislike with the Tim Peel situation is they just proved everyone right. We said it earlier in the season that refs, or there was a rumor going out, or not a rumor, but there was a little bit of speculation.
The makeup call. Makeup calls.
Yeah, the makeup calls. And they were talking about how it was getting worse and worse and worse. And Tim Peel just, peeled back the curtain?
Hey.
Right?
Yes.
So he kind of just showed us all the NHL and the refs' true colors, that they're doing it, and it's blatantly obvious. And yes, the NHL fired him because they had to, and it's not happening.
Ryan coming in clutch with gritty.
Grittier hockey, 100%.
Yes, I fully understand. I fully get it. He pulled back the curtain on the things that we all knew. But so what? Like, what? I understand. He got let go, and that sucks. And he wasn't even supposed to be coach or officiating this year. They made him do another year. No, he was 3 months away from retirement.
Who gives a shit about that? I don't care. I don't care about his retirement. I don't care about him getting fired. What I care about is the bullshit of the Leafs can be winning 3-1, and they might have one extra power play given to them by the refs. So now, you tapped his arm? I'm gonna call it against you guys. So
what would you
and
like
now it's
to
a
see?
3-2 game with the team getting better, getting some momentum.
What would you like to see the NHL actually do beyond firing Tim Peel, which feels like it will accomplish exactly nothing?
Just tell them no more makeup calls. If it's a penalty, it's a penalty. If you see that one team's getting momentum and they're like hacking and slashing to get it, call it on them. Don't keep giving them momentum.
This is what they do in theory. The makeup calls are one thing. But the whole argument is the refs need to be able to call the game. And I've read so much on this since it happened, where the whole argument is it's intuitive. It's not about the letter of the law in the rule book. It's about the feeling that the refs have during the game. But I hate that because that's totally, like, I need objectivity. I need to know what's okay and what's not okay.
So here's what I'm going to say. I actually watched a couple of videos on basketball recently with their rule book.
Don't get me started on basketball.
So going with that, in this video and in many videos going across the league and across multiple leagues, most people have the same kind of understanding that the NHL actually has the best officiating, which is hard to believe when you're a hockey fan. It's pretty hard to believe.
The best officiating
In the league. They're pretty like spot on with their calls.
I'm sorry,
However,
who said this?
it's a thing. People like across, like if you watch multiple people talk about rule books and stuff,
Officiating in different sports, right?
In general,
Yeah.
most people will agree that like basketball and the NFL are the worst, hockey is the best, and baseball is somewhere in between, right? Well, basketball is just absolute garbage. Which is, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they all suck. And if I had to rank them, I'm going to, you know what? This is going to be a great question for Kyle when he pops on. I want to know which sport has the best officiating and the worst, in his opinion. And if actually you have an opinion here, I've got to hear that as well. That is comment worthy. Well, no, the royal you.
The royal you, okay.
Yeah.
So,
our FanCast fan group.
Yeah, let's see what they say. Here's the thing with hockey and what I need to see. What I need to see is the removal of the refs from deciding games.
But this is
because wait, just let me look back at what was it? The San Jose versus Vegas game, the non-call that caused what San Jose or Vegas to knock out San Jose.
It was the crazy non-call. It was the crazy non-call that ended up with what? No, it was the penalty. It was the major penalty where they scored 4 times on a power play or something.
Yeah, something crazy like
but
that.
But it was based on a I want to say a boarding call or a game misconduct that shouldn't have happened.
Okay. And a hand pass as well, I believe, happened in that game. So clearly some things were being missed. Right. Maybe that game is a standalone is pretty bad. And as far as the Tim Peel situation, I think that's more likely that's more incumbent. What's the word? Incumbent of the reffing situation in the league? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. If not, that's how I'd like you to use the word incumbent on the day-to-day. I don't actually know if it's right, but I think that you should make that a thing.
Going with it. Yeah, we're going to say it from now on. I like it. So
incumbent.
My whole situation with these refs is I dislike the idea that that the NHL is making up calls for teams based on who's been getting more penalties. If a team is playing dirty, they should not be rewarded for that with a penalty when the other team taps you in the hand. What doesn't make sense to me is I can absolutely trip someone on purpose, and I know that my team will be getting that penalty back somewhere down the line when he taps my hands. Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
To me, it's the
That's
referees.
my problem.
The referees shouldn't be deciding the games. And a referee deciding a game with a non-call, to me, is incredibly worse than a referee deciding it with a penalty, but only because if a player commits a penalty, that's on the player. If a penalty is a penalty, we keep coming back to this. There's no clear definition for what's allowed and what's not. Tim Peel calls that penalty. Was it a penalty?
No, and that's the problem. He literally said it.
He said it wasn't much. He didn't say it wasn't a penalty. He didn't say, oh, I just lied. That's not how this works. This doesn't get fixed until the rule book gets fixed, and I gotta die on this hill.
Okay, well, that's fine. You can die on the hill. I don't mind. I'll leave you there. It's more of the problem being that they can make these makeup calls because the rule book is not defined. That's the situation we're talking about, right? That's what's going on. That's the honest truth. Because unfortunately, and this is where it comes into play. If someone gets a headshot call or maybe not a headshot, that's maybe too much. If I purposely trip somebody before they get to the puck, or if I purposely hook somebody when they're about to get a breakaway, that's a 2-minute minor. And then when your team comes down on the other end and just does a little stick check and it touches my hand, that's equaled the same amount as me hauling you down to the ice on a breakaway. And that's not fair.
Okay, but
And that's because the rulebook's not defined.
Right,
As
nitpicky as we can get with it. Okay, we still haven't actually answered the question of what do you want to see changed. James had a good one that I kind of like. James says, have the refs take media availability after the game. Which I think that would be great. Wes McCauley's would be the best. That would be appointment viewing. For Wes McCauley's media availability after, I had to give them each too many penalties. We calmed this game down. It was a good, clean game after that. Let's play hockey. I don't know. I think that's what he sounds like. That's my Wes McCauley.
Is that your Wes McCauley?
1 minute penalties a thing? I don't know, man. I'm not feeling good about that either. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man.
A ref in the sky. I like that, Ryan.
I have to take a moment to give a very warm and welcome introduction to, I mean, this guy is an absolute legend in the world of Twitch. And if you don't know of him yet, the legend is growing. His name is Kyle King. And Kyle, oh no, I put Paul in the wrong spot. You know what? We're doing it on this screen because it's easier. Kyle, you're taking the place of Paul the Caveman Cavaretta. Welcome to the Leafs FanCast. Kyle King, everybody.
I'll give him.
I think Kyle King is frozen. Kyle King.
He seems muted.
I think he is both muted and frozen. He is coming to us all the way from Houston, Texas, where fiber internet is not yet a thing.
Am I back? Am I back?
I believe you're back. Kyle King, everybody.
Hi, hey, how's it going, everybody? That was such a warm introduction. I'm sorry that I stepped on it because I'm having some sort of difficulties with my laptop. So, thank you for having me. How are you guys today?
Oh, we are doing so well.
Awesome, man.
Hold on, I've got to get the three of you on screen. I'm going to do this really quickly. just bear with me while I figure this out. Kyle, meet Paul.
What's going on, Kyle? How you been?
Hey, look, I've been great. U of H is about to play in about 15 minutes. Or no.
Nice. Did your bracket get busted or what?
First of all, everybody's bracket got busted, okay? Anybody 100%. Who says they didn't, they're an absolute liar. But yeah.
They play Oregon today, right? Yeah.
Oregon State. Oregon State. And by the way, I am now showing up as Paul the Caveman Cavaretta. Yeah, I've accepted you. I've accepted you, Paul.
There's way too much happening.
You're much better looking than I am, so I completely agree.
Oh, stop. We're nothing compared to Danny.
You guys are too nice. Too nice. As he's frantically trying to figure things out, I have two questions for you, Kyle. One, sure. If you didn't know, and Harry Bossack's just entered the room, amazing. If you didn't know about Kyle King was just featured in The Athletic about what it means to be a sports radio guy turned into a sports Twitch guy. Kyle, a lot of people in this room have seen your show because I keep talking you up, the legend that you are.
Thank you, man.
If you could tell me the one thing, if there was only one, the biggest difference doing sports talk on Twitch versus doing it on the radio, the biggest difference, what is that to you?
Creative freedom. Hands down.
Freedom.
Like, okay, so I'm down here in Houston, and I've listened to the Houston market my entire life. I've worked in the Houston market my entire life, and it's very much, hey, who could be the smartest guy on the radio? Who can break down X's and O's? Who's going to predict things the right way? It's all formulaic, and there's almost no entertainment value to that to what they're doing.
And you are the most entertaining sports talk guy in the Houston area, at least.
I try, because no one has ever accused me of being the smartest man for anything.
Well,
I love that I can be able to just form. If I want to talk about Deshaun Watson going to masseuse after masseuse after masseuse after masseuse for an hour and make jokes about happy endings for an hour, I can do that. Or I can switch up and I can talk about the Leafs if my channel's talking about it. I love that.
Does that happen? This is the real thing.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, not yet. So Paul, Kyle doesn't know much about hockey. And what I really, really need is to get him firmly on the Leafs bandwagon. Paul, how do you tell a guy who doesn't know much about hockey to start following the Leafs, especially on a day like today where the University of Houston is playing, but clearly the more important sporting event is going to be Leafs Oilers at 7 p.m. Eastern.
So here's how I'm going to explain it to you, okay?
I'm ready.
You're from Houston, right?
Absolutely.
So you know everything about the Dallas Cowboys.
Unfortunately, yes.
So the Toronto Maple Leafs are the Dallas Cowboys of the NHL.
It's not
right.
Oh, so your guys' championship games are played on the History Channel. Gotcha.
Exactly. 100%. That is exactly what it is. And so now is the time to become a Toronto Maple Leafs fan because you will be there when generations from now our History Channel will be filled with our current team's Stanley Cup victories.
I'm gonna fix this 1 second, guys. But that's
okay. I see. Okay, so basically, I have the Maple Leafs right now are GameStop stock.
Exactly. On the rise to the moon, baby.
They've been on the rise.
So I can get in early, and then I can go to the moon, and then I can sit there and claim like I've been here since day one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you get the opportunity to jump from the sinking ship and say, well, I was a Leafs fan, but they weren't winning, so I picked this team. And then you can pick the Dallas Stars because Houston, unfortunately, doesn't have a team yet, which is criminal.
Well, no, we need the man on our team. That's my
I'm a
point.
Columbus fan, too. I'm a Columbus fan, so I can't
now we almost have his real name.
Now I'm James? Oh, I'm James,
no,
yes!
Now you're Kyle King. You're Kyle King. You were always Kyle King. Nailed it on the first try. Good God. Okay, the Maple Leafs are a storied franchise. Kyle, this is all I want. All I want you to do is, and this might be a big ask, okay? It's just I just need you to utter the 3 words at any point during every single one of your streams.
Okay.
Go, Leafs, go.
Go. Okay.
That's we're gonna start small, okay? But you don't want to be a Dallas fan. You don't.
It's true. That's
okay.
Trust me. As a Houstonian, I don't want to root for anything Dallas. Like I hope all the bad things in life happen to Dallas and no one but Dallas.
Okay. So that's why you don't want to cheer for Dallas. You need a hockey team.
Okay.
You can appreciate what it means to be a struggling fan base.
Absolutely.
All right. I mean, the Leafs are your guy. We're always living in the Canadian shadow.
Wait. Hold up. Let me just Houston, right? Houston Texans. Okay. Why have they been doing bad? Didn't everybody not like the GM of the Houston Texans and the Houston Rockets?
Right now it's not fun being a Houston fan right now. Ever since 2017 when we won a tainted World Series, it's just been downhill from there. The curse has been real.
If you could, the Houston Texans, wasn't their GM also the coach?
The Texans?
The Texans? No.
Unfortunately, that was a thing. Yes, Bill O'Brien was the head coach and general manager.
And nobody liked playing for him, so they all left. So
true.
Vis-a-vis, nobody likes John Tortorella right now because he's a terrible coach. The Columbus Blue Jackets, my actual favorite team, are the perfect team for you to join.
Caveman, we're not getting a guest on the show and have you convert him into a Jackets fan. Kyle, this is not how this was supposed to go tonight.
Hold on. I have said many times on my stream that my love is 100% for sale. Okay, so
you can sub more, Danny.
On the back of every Leafs jersey, it's got 3 words. Okay, you can't see it, but they're there. Okay, the words are honor, pride, and courage. Okay,
honor, pride, courage. I like that.
The words are not money, sell out. I mean, we have money, but we prefer to flaunt our what's the word I'm looking for here? Values?
When has Pride ever won us anything?
What I'm just saying, man. Okay?
That's a point.
You want to be a fan of the Leafs, you got to live by honor, pride, and courage. Okay, they thought that maybe next year, Ryan. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Great. Everyone's just dunking on us.
I also go by what Lars Ulrich, drummer for Metallica, once said when somebody accused him of selling out, and he went, "You're absolutely right. We did. We sold out every single night."
There we go.
Okay. And I'm willing to do the same.
Okay.
So, but I do have questions. Like, I like the whole honor, pride, courage thing. That's cool. That's dope.
Okay.
I like the Go Leafs Go. But I need to know. I'm also a huge comic book fan. Like, I'm literally surrounded by my comic book collection. Don't you see the Captain America shield in the background? The Superman logo? Come on now. I need to know who your rogues gallery is. Who's our rivals? If I'm a Leafs fan, who do we hate? If I'm a Jackets fan, who do we despise?
Question. Which city in the United States, hands down, regardless of sport, has the worst fans? Like, goddamn, I hate these people.
Dallas.
Okay, maybe you're biased because you're from Texas.
Okay, let me. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, that's just my natural reaction for everything.
Right.
Yankee fans, and Red Sox fans.
Red Sox fans, Boston fans, Boston.
We hate the Boston Bruins.
We hate the Boston Bruins.
Oh, sir, okay.
Now, I'm going to encourage you to never look this up because scholars debate whether or not it actually happened on Paul the Caveman Cavaretta's 15th birthday. But,
16th.
My mistake. I don't know if you've ever heard the expression, it was 3-1. Nope, it was 4-1. See, I've forgotten about it as well. Yeah, the Boston Bruins did something real bad to us in the playoffs a whole bunch, and then they've done bad things to us in the playoffs year after year after year, and it's been pretty brutal. So they're public enemy number one. Public enemy number two is the Canadians. We hate them as much as you hate the city of Dallas. But at the same time, we need to make sure they're playing well because it's not fun when we're doing well and they're not. We need to both be doing well and then stomp them.
Okay,
so Boston and Montreal.
Boston and Montreal? We hate Montreal too?
That's what I just said.
Montreal?
Yeah, because they're our oldest rivals. There's literally a kid's book given to French-Canadian kids about why you're supposed to hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's called The Hockey Sweater. I'm not kidding. That's a thing they do.
I've had that book.
Yeah, and then third and finally, Kyle, we hate the Vancouver Canucks. Because the Vancouver Canucks hate Toronto for no good reason. They have envy of the CN Tower.
No, the Vancouver Canucks hate the Toronto Maple Leafs because Vancouver hates Toronto because Vancouver thinks they're the best city when they're the second most relevant in Canada.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately.
Hold on. I like this rogues gallery. You know what? I'm really enjoying it. I'm not such a fan of hating any Canadian teams. Like, I honestly think that if I could, like tomorrow, if I could win the lottery, I would move to Canada.
Which city? Would you move to Calgary? That's the closest you can get to, or Edmonton. That's more Houston-y. There's a lot of oil.
No, I'm gonna move to Letterkenny.
You're gonna move to Letterkenny, Ontario.
That's where I'm going. I'm going to Letterkenny, Ontario.
I love that.
Pitter patter. Let's get at her, bud.
I mean, let's take it down about 20% there, Squirrely Dan. I freaking love that show. Like Letterkenny has made me just like down here for whatever reason down here in Texas, people just don't like Californians, people from Dallas, or Canadians. But I love Canadians. I think you guys are the best.
Okay. You're a gem, Kyle, and I know that you've got to run. So two things. Last things. The first one is we're going to get you back at some point down the road when you have more time, and you're going to tell us everything you've learned about the game of hockey. Second thing is, if there was one piece of advice to give myself and the caveman on how to make this FanCast even more fantastic from a Twitch maestro like yourself.
Oh man. Community engagement. Give your community goals. I do on my channel, and I'm gonna get started in about 5 minutes because I'm sidecasting the U of H Oregon State March Madness game, so you guys can come check that out when you're ready. I have a wheel called the Wheel of Awful.
You do have the Wheel of Awful.
It's got a bunch of hot sauces and disgusting jelly beans and stuff like that. I give my community goals. I tell them, hey, every 2,000 bits we hit, I'm spinning that thing.
You're up to 2,000 bits for a spin? It used to be 500.
It used to be 3.
It used to be 3. Okay.
It was 3, then 5, and then 1,000, and now it's at 2. Just because the community's growing, and I should never underestimate how much my community wants to see me in pain. They made me eat 2 Carolina Reaper peppers the other day.
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
That's it? Just 2?
Oh, yeah, just 2.
I'm not afraid of a California Reaper. I'm not afraid of hot things.
Okay. Hey, Danny, do me a favor. Send me your information so I can send these Carolina Reaper peppers to you, and I will watch you die on stream.
100%. Done. It will happen.
Okay.
Check Discord. I will send you an email.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will send it to you. And it's going to hurt worse than the Boston Bruins coming back from a 4-1 deficit.
Quite impossible. Nothing will ever hurt more than that. Kyle King, everybody. You can catch him at the Kyle King Show on Twitch. Let's go, Houston.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much for having me on, man. I appreciate it. I love what you're doing here, and I can't wait to start joining you for some sidecasting whenever you're doing games, so I can learn. I want to learn.
We will teach you.
Hey, next time you guys are broadcasting a game against the Bruins, the Canadiens, or the Canucks, I'm there.
Done.
All right.
Make it happen. You the man, Kyle King.
Bye, guys.
Take her easy.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
What a gem. That man. Kyle King is an absolute legend. He is a ton of fun, and it sucks. We only got him for about 20 minutes or less. I would have loved to have him on for longer.
It doesn't, you know what? It is what it is, because he has to go watch his team absolutely dumpster a 12th seed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to have a great time, and he deserves that. He deserves that win.
He did. So
if he loses, I'll never let him live it down. Anyways.
All right, so here's how this is going to go. We're not going anywhere. We are going to hang out, and there is a hockey game that is about to begin. So the Leafs are taking on Edmonton. Paulie, what do you want to see happen in this game?
I honestly need to see Michael Hutchinson prove that Freddie Anderson is unfortunately not needed anymore. That's what I need to see.
Dude. But do you think you're really going to get that?
No, but that's what I want. What I want is is for Michael Hutchinson to give Kyle Dubas a reason to get some cap space back.
So
that's what I want to see.
Jack Campbell is not even on the bench tonight.
He's probably taking a full night off.
Vevalainen is backing up Michael Hutchinson.
Ooh.
Would you rather have Michael Hutchinson start this game or Veini Vevalainen, who you have never seen before? Because I'm more confident with the new guy.
I would be too. He played behind Korpisalo and Merzlikins. He's probably better than Jack Campbell.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want. Tonight, I want Alex Galchenyuk to keep the train rolling, puck in net, first as a Leaf for number 12. That is what I would like to see tonight. I'm still undecided on whether or not we're going to pull it off, and I've got maybe 10 seconds to decide, because you know what time it is, Paul?
Ooh, give it to me.
It's the FanCast Forecast.
It is the FanCast Forecast. Okay, here's how it goes. We have a true FanCast Forecast. 4 games to call. Paul, you and I are sitting pretty tight on the predictions. I'm still 2 games up on you. We have tonight against Edmonton. We have 2 games against Winnipeg in Winnipeg. And then next Sunday, we put the stamp on it with a game in Calgary. Paul, tonight, on 3, call it out, a win or a loss. 1, 2, 3, win.
W.
We're calling dubs. You actually think Hutch is going to pull this off?
I'm more confident that the Toronto Maple Leafs have Edmonton's number, and it's probably a mental block on McDavid right now. I think he's going to come out guns blazing. I don't see him not scoring in the first 10 minutes. But I feel like the Leafs will settle in and they'll get the job done tonight.
Are you guaranteeing that McDavid scores in the first 10 minutes? Because that's what that sounded like.
Well, I'd just be surprised. I feel like he's coming like a bat out of hell. A goal or an assist. Anyways.
Okay. next up against Winnipeg on Wednesday.
I've got them taking a big fat L.
A big L
Winnipeg.
against Winnipeg?
Can Danny survive the California Ghost Pepper? I love that, and he absolutely cannot. We're taking an L against Winnipeg because I don't think, or I want Campbell to get the extra rest, so I see Hutch starting for Winnipeg back-to-back, or in Edmonton and then Winnipeg, and I don't see him winning both those games, so I'm predicting the L.
It's tough, but I'm going to call another dub. You know what? I think the Leafs right now are in a really good position. I think the Leafs are feeling really good. I think we are about to return to form. Jack Campbell for sure playing Wednesday, then it's for sure a W. The man is going 7-0. Unreal. It's going to happen. Then on Friday, in the rubber match, you know what? They're going to do it again.
You're calling 3 dubs
I'm
in a row.
calling 3 wins in a row. Are you saying they're getting the dub on Friday?
I'm calling the dub on Friday as well because I have the day off and I would love to see them win on my day off. You know what I mean?
And then Sunday, they've got Calgary. In Calgary, Calgary is skidding. And I think the Leafs are going to drop that game.
Yeah, because we play to our competition.
Exactly.
If they're bad, we're going to be bad.
3 wins in a row and an L against Calgary. Love this next-gen game tonight. Cleary reminding us it's going to be an 8-7 game. We all remember what happened last time against Carolina. Oh,
it wouldn't be
baby.
That. It would not be that surprising with Hutch and net if it's an 8-7 game.
Yeah.
And I have a W against Calgary as well. I have a W against Calgary, so.
A dub against Calgary as well. Okay.
I have faith in this team, Danny, and they do not let me down when it matters.
3 different 3-1s that we are calling for tonight. I'm saying 3 and then 1. You're saying they're going to drop the second game of this FanCast Forecast and win the rest. Okay. I like it. It is 7:03. We are going to get set up for the Leafs game. Paul, if you want to drop a link in our Discord.
Yep, I'm on the way.
Then we'll get that. So if you need somewhere to watch the game, we'll pop a link in the Discord, and you can watch. If you want to hop in with us, you can do that as well. JR is going to join us for this game. Feel free whenever, James. You can hop on in here now that we've had our turn with Kyle. And I think I've actually set this up that if you do join, the screen will be set the way it's supposed to be. And it's going to be fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Jay ready, Jay money.
Gentlemen, how are you?
Oh, we're doing so good, James. So good. We've got
8-9 Alan. Alan, what's going on, Alan? How are you?
What's going on, Alan? Nice to see ya. We're gonna hang out and watch some NHL hockey in just a minute. I've got to do. Never mind. I think we're actually A-okay. Come out and hang out and watch the Leafs, Alan. Big Leafs fan? Tell us all about yourself. And are you going to go fire up?
Are you a Blue Jackets fan?
Nobody's
If you're a Blue Jackets fan, you have bonus points from me.
Nobody's a Blue Jackets fan, Paul. Just you.
I'm a Blue Jackets fan, and that's what matters.
Oh, right.
It honestly might not even be. It might not even last that much longer. I'm kind of.
Wait. What? Hold on. This is like you actually about to give up. Hold on.
See, I don't think
No, this is huge.
I'm not giving up on them. I'm giving up on Tortorella. At this point,
Tortorella is not the problem.
There's only so many times. Holsey. What are they doing with this?
Holsey?
What the heck? Muzz. They're putting their nicknames on the screen.
What are you looking
that's so bad. I'm watching the game.
Gotcha. I got you.
Himes. I like
Himes. He's Himes now? Oh, boy. My nickname for him is Buster and always has been. James, throw your camera on. Where are you, bud?
Alan from Ireland.
Alan from Ireland? All right, hold on. Let's see if I can make this work. Try that. Oh, except his name's Kyle King. Hold on. His name's not Kyle King for long. We're going to fix this. Ready for it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. JR to the FanCast. 3 heads, change the Mortiz.
Hello, everybody.
Ready? And his name is James Redelmeyer. And I spelled it right. Amazing.
Dude, the fact that they actually made Austin Matthews' nickname Poppy is the greatest thing I've seen in my life. That'll go down in history.
Is it
Honestly,
on the
we
jersey?
need more of that though.
They need it. They need more of it. They need these kids to be like kids. You know what I mean? Like, have your personality. Hockey needs personality.
I think my girlfriend showed me. She showed me a video where it was a bunch of hockey players explaining why their nicknames are what they are, and every single one of them was their last name.
It just has a Y on the end?
Yeah, pretty much. or for me, it'd be like Reddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even though I did have Jay Reddy as a nickname for a bit, but that was because of the beer, not because of my last name.
right.
Can we just take a minute and say hello to Alan, all the way from Ireland?
I am so happy to have you here, my dude. All the way from Ireland.
Just so you know, Alan, if you follow us in the Discord,
We may have a link to this game.
can find the link to the NHL games or to the game that we're watching right now, and then whenever you want, it'll probably stream every game. So you just have to find out when.
We've lost a Paul. We've lost a Paul.
I'm back. I'm here.
Very good. Let's do that.
Yeah, it
The
happens.
NHL should do a players weekend like they do in the majors, nicknames on the back of the jerseys. I'd love it.
That'd be great.
No, but the nicknames aren't even that good is the problem. Like, we need better NHL nicknames first.
I would buy a Matthews jersey that says Poppy on the back of it.
Okay,
I'm just
sure,
saying.
Poppy's fine. But, like, Zach Hyman, if it doesn't say Buster, I don't want it.
I like Himes though. So wait, now we got Hyman on the first line instead of
Yeah, so they've
Simmons
said they're
tonight,
going to move him around.
Okay, that's a great little picture for Hutch there.
What's that?
That's terrible. Oh, this is terrible.
I saw Thornton's is easily the best. Oh my god. There's Mike Smith.
Like, with the
Why
little
does his just have that? What?
That is
They
not a
can't be nice
flattering
to
photo of
you.
Mike Smith.
So, you know what they did with the NFL this year with the Nickelodeon broadcasts?
Yeah, is this gonna be like that? I really don't want it to.
No, I don't think so. But it would be. I would be curious if they did. Like, I kind of like that idea. I've just because I saw like the little animations and stuff they're throwing on the screen. I don't know. No, it's not doing it for you.
Not doing it for me.
All right. Well,
You're
puck's
doing it a
dropped,
couple
so let's
times
see
here.
what's going on.
All right. Poppy already gave up the puck.
Oh, nicely done. This work in the corners, man. Like, okay, so I like that Zach Hyman's on the first line here.
Oh, that's a nice.
And this is kind
So,
of the whole point,
Why
right?
is that not a call?
Where? Maybe that's
Maybe
the
I'm a little
problem.
bit ahead of you guys.
Well, tell me what we're supposed to be looking for here. And I want
Matthews got tripped by Hopkins, I think. It looked like, at least.
Because we don't want to call ticky-tack things at the start of the game. Like, James, I really don't want to dive back into this just because I know it's 3 weeks straight that we're rehashing the same argument. Hutch, get back in the net! Do not stay there. Like, I mean, is it crazy for me to think that if the refs call the rule book, the players will figure it out? The James Reddy?
Yeah, Raj, thanks for following there, Raj.
Welcome back to the show, Raj. Happy to have you. James, is that too much to ask? Call the rule book?
At the very least, if you're not going to call the rule book, at least have some sort of consistency from game to game.
No, but
Right? Like if you're going to have, and this goes up to player safety as well.
doesn't that mean rewriting the rule book? Like, wouldn't it just make way more sense if we just said, hey, we're going to actually figure out what the penalties are, and then the guys are going to call, get back in the net, Hutch! I swear to God, I cannot deal with this. I cannot. This is a lot of pressure from Edmonton early on. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. Hutch, he looks scared. Tell me he doesn't look scared.
He does not look. You have no faith in Hutch.
Alan's
Are
having
so
more fun here.
Fun than the real thing.
You're damn right.
100%.
Well, especially
100%.
what we got a Chris Cuthbert game, I think, and he's okay. Alan,
Listen,
I don't know. Are you a
I'm
big
calling-
Leaf fan, Alan? Do you know what's happening with the Leafs right now? If we've got to break it down for you and explain to you exactly why we're so angry that Michael Hutchinson is in the net, we certainly will.
Do not put me in the same boat as you. Michael Hutchinson will get a shutout tonight if McDavid does not score in the first 10 minutes.
Well, ooh, Engvall throwing pucks to the net. We'd like to see that.
I like it. We had the counter on when was the last time Jack Campbell let up a goal. When was the last time Michael Hutchinson made a save?
He saved a lot
Right
against
now.
Was it Winnipeg, Calgary? Who did he shut out? Edmonton. He shut out Edmonton.
Right, yeah, he shut out Edmonton, but then he let in 2 shots in a row against
That's true.
against Ottawa.
Hey, it wasn't his fault, all right?
I know, no,
it wasn't his fault.
Well,
The first one squeaked by. It's okay. Come on,
Poppy. What's
Poppy.
going on?
Get to that.
Okay. So Alan doesn't know what's going on, but Alan, if you are in the Discord and you have clicked on the link and you are watching this game, the Leafs, the clear favorite to win the National Hockey League Stanley Cup this year, have their third string goalie in net because their first 2 guys are hurt and their third string goalie sucks. And Zach Hyman, well, he gets the puck into the zone.
So why is that not a penalty? Jaffiel?
No, I didn't. What do you like? There was barely any contact there.
Come on, there's a little bit there.
No, they touched each other. It's not a. You're allowed to bump, apparently.
No. See, what's the penalty? This is the problem. I don't even know. I like how Hutch's pads match his helmet. See, now he's gonna have the confidence because his pads match his helmet.
I don't like any of that. I am so not okay with this.
So let me ask you a question. If Hutch was riding a 3-game shutout streak going into the playoffs, would you not start him?
Nope. No. Because
you're nuts.
No, he hit the
you ride the hot goalie.
See, at least James knows.
Ride the hot goalie. Whether that goalie's Freddie, Hutch, or Jack, you ride the hot hand.
You don't ride Hutch. You don't.
However, if Hutch lets in a goal in the first 5 minutes, you're out. You're gone.
Let me just
give him the yank.
Yeah.
I just wanna see a thing. The Leafs' final 3 games of the year are against the Senators, Canadians, and Canadians. So he'd have to.
Well, they remember twice. Now one of their games got moved. They have a game against the Sens on May 11th, I think. No,
the 10th. That's what I'm looking. Alan, okay. I appreciate your appreciation of my passion. Okay, but man, I gotta tell you, it's not. This isn't something to be proud. Being a Leaf fan with passion isn't something to be proud of. I mean, it is. It very much is. But it's also frustrating as all hell. There are better things to invest in tightrope.
Alan, where in Ireland are you from?
It's from Dublin. It's from Scarries, isn't it? Maybe. Oh man, gee, come on, the puck goes
Dublin.
through the crease.
I wanted to see Dublin. Dublin's good.
Didn't you go to
I've
Dublin,
been there.
Paul?
Yeah, it's in the lovely city. Maybe I was in I think what Temple Bar? Temple Bar was insane.
Ah, of course, Temple Bar. You know that bar in Dublin.
It's a street. He'll know, right?
Oh, is it like Party Street?
Alan knows.
Is it like
Alan knows what I'm talking about. It's a party street.
It's like Dublin's
Temple
Bourbon
Bar.
Street.
Yeah,
Temple Bar.
He knows. See, look at Galchenyuk, buddy. Oh my God, this kid wants to be here. He wants to play, man. I don't think a team's given him a shot like this in a while, and he's just taking
right, man.
A great tweet I saw this past week is once you stop thinking of Galchenyuk as a 3rd overall pick and start thinking about him as a $1 million hockey player, he becomes a heck of a lot better.
That's a very good point.
Dude, he could have gotten that. That would have been close right there.
Okay. Well, this is what we want. We see him buzzing, and I like it. All eyes are going to be on Galchenyuk tonight, deservedly so. Galchenyuk, Alan, came to the Leafs a couple weeks ago. He is a highly touted player who never lived up to his potential on his 7th team in something like 8 years.
So, do you want to hear something crazy?
Okay. Alex Galchenyuk?
How long?
7 teams in 8 years?
No. Well, yeah, that as well. Oh my! Look at him. He's just buzzing.
Yeah, he really is. Wow, he is attacking that corner.
He knows that this is a great chance for him, and he is going to make sure he keeps it.
What jerseys? What jerseys are we all rocking, by the way?
This is my number 12 Alex Galchenyuk jersey.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I got the white from the outdoor game
Ooh,
against the Caps.
the naval jerseys.
Yeah, and
Oh.
because it is a next gen game, I had to put on number 16 for this one.
Yeah, you did.
So because I'm a bit of a nut. Those that know me know my jersey collection quite well.
How many jerseys do you have?
Like 30 something.
Seriously?
Nice.
Hang on. Oh, I can't change my background, can I?
I think so.
I put the picture up, but basically my goal is to get a jersey from every single NHL arena when I get there. So I'm at 21, I think now, plus a couple of NFL, couple Raptors jerseys thrown in, everything like that. Oh,
That's huge.
That's
That was so close.
But for the Leafs, because it's kind of I never understand having more than one of the same jersey. So I've got a JT home. I don't have an away yet, but I'm gonna get Nylander on the back of that one. Marner, I've got this one. Matthews, I've got the Aretinas. Riley, I've got a St. Pat's.
of course you have a St. Pat's Riley jersey. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's
but
impressive.
Paul, you'll actually enjoy this. The one I most recently got was a Blue Jackets 06-07 signed by the team.
Ooh.
So it's got Adam Foote, Sergei Fedorov, Rick Nash.
What do you want for it?
Leafs legend Ron Hainsey's on there too.
Really?
Perfect.
Man, do you
also,
even have
to answer the two questions. One, Phil Kessel. I think this is Winter Classic.
Yep.
Assistant captain. And am I a fan of other sports? Yes. Just not baseball. Just not baseball. Football, actual football, and soccer. I call and then basketball as well. If you want to know each of my teams, let's see. We got NFL. Oh, what's going on here? All right, pull Hutch. Pull him.
Oh,
Get him out.
Oh no.
No.
Yikes.
So,
That's yikes.
gentlemen,
Oh boy.
why is this man in net? Why does this man play for the Toronto Maple Leafs?
God, that was rough. That was so rough. Wow, but what a bad pinch, man. That was so bad.
Yeah,
God.
It's still a break. Like, it sucks 'cause it's a breakaway, but like, get the save, man. It's Archibald, dude. Like,
Who was that? Was that Brody?
shit.
yeah, but
Brody.
it hopped over him. Oh, that's brutal.
Needs to close his legs.
Can we get a goddamn occasional save?
Basketball, it's the Raptors. NHL, it's the Blue Jackets / Leafs. I forget my NFL team every now and then. It used to be the Dolphins, but I just changed it to the Bears.
NFL team?
Huh?
Forget your NFL team? Good
Yeah,
lord.
because I changed it to the Bears this year. The Bears and the Browns.
Oh, that's just sadness.
That's a
You're just
bad
looking
idea.
for sadness, Paul.
Yeah, well, I like the Bears. I also like the Cleveland Browns because
That's always a solid pick.
they're Cleveland.
They need. It's just you are drawn to Ohio and Cleveland.
Yeah, it's
needs
weird.
all the
I
help
hate
they
the
can
Cavs
get.
though. So yeah. And as for football, real football, Tottenham's my main team. But I'm rooting for Luton Town to make it to the Premier League somehow because I just played them when on I think it was FIFA 12 or
You know what would
whatever.
make what would make
was fucking
soccer
hilarious.
a lot more interesting? Okay.
What would make it a lot more interesting? Contact.
Well, I think if you if you shrink the field for a while and maybe add a little area behind where you can go and then freeze the whole thing. Just dump water over the entire thing and maybe put really sharp blades on the players' feet.
Bottom, yeah, that would make it a lot more.
Get rid of the ball.
Oh, Alan, the Arsenal fan.
Oh.
Yikes. That's all right. It's okay.
The Gunners.
It's okay you're a fan of a bad team. That's fine with me.
Oh, man. This is the FanCast. All fans are allowed. Unless you're a Vancouver Canuck fan, in which case, no, you're still allowed because we have the Klein brothers.
Arsenal's. To be fair, I'm not a huge. What do we think of shit? Tottenham.
Oh.
Okay, you can't. There's only one thing you can say, or one thing you can't say about football is they have the actual best fans in England, Ireland, anywhere. They got the best fans.
Hotspur? Or who?
Just soccer in general.
Oh,
I missed something.
Oh
I think.
my god.
Am I-
Oh,
So what were we saying about this was going to be 8-7? Hello.
Look at the graphic.
Okay.
oh my god. Okay, but
Anything
okay.
you
Honestly,
can do,
though,
I can do better.
I love that they do
That's
this every
sick.
year.
They didn't do that last year. This is new. Like the graphic pack, this is new.
No, it's because it's the next generation game.
I know, but they should do this all the time. Like, what are you doing? The next generation is here.
It's really funny though seeing this, especially after that absolutely horrible quote from Jeff O'Neill this past week.
Which one, about Tim Peel?
Yeah, from the quiz this past week when he basically said that current NHL players' opinions don't matter.
Yeah, Jeff O'Neill.
Okay, but imagine you're trying to grow a sport and you have the regional broadcaster with somebody on it basically telling a kid their favorite player does not matter.
Yeah,
it's not that he's saying that. No, okay, that's
No,
I
he
don't-
straight up.
Sorry.
Let me bring up the quote here.
I'm busy getting
Also,
mad
Harry,
at
we're
Michael
talking
Hutchinson.
about the Leafs, and they're playing the generation game, and they got these cool little graphics that actually I do not like, but Danny seems to like them because he's a
Yeah.
4-year-old child.
Thank you, Harry.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
Har-
peek the Discord. We have a link in there to the hockey game, and if you watch it, there's like cool little cartoony graphics whenever people score. This is the game that the Leafs do once a year for the kids. So they have all these funky little graphics. It's awesome. I love it. It's like what Nickelodeon did for the Super Bowl. Big fan. James, what did the O-Dog have to... Jesus Christ, Hutch. I can't...
Okay, so this was from the quiz this past week. So Wednesday night game.
Right.
When so the question I believe was it the right call to can Tim Peel, even though he wasn't technically fired because you got to have your pension still.
Right.
So exact quote from Jeff O'Neill. So bad call. Tim Peel's been around for a long time, 20 plus years in the NHL. Okay, fair enough. I think if you talk to the important people that matter, the old school type people, as you would say, they all respect Tim Peel. They like him as a guy, and they like him as a referee. There's been some current players that have voiced their opinions that nobody cares about that don't like Tim Peel.
Okay, so how I heard that is most people are fine with Tim Peel. There was a handful of players who don't like him.
But I take that as the only opinions that matter in this topic, on this topic, because they are talking about Tim Peel specifically,
Yeah.
are the guys that knew him for 20 plus years. And
So-
to be honest, I like, and Sportsnet also jammed it down our throats on Saturday. Like, I don't need an apology tour for Tim Peel.
Okay, but...
I don't need it. Like,
Okay.
and
two
maybe
things.
he is a nice guy, and I'm sure with the amount of people saying it, he probably is a nice human being. But I don't need to feel sorry that he got caught basically saying that he's managing a game.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
can you even potentially? Obviously, it's not quite as serious as what happened in the NBA with Tim Donahue. But at what point do you call the refs' game management almost fixing?
Just 1 second. Alan, we are on every Monday from 6 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. And we do watch parties every now and then, depending on if there's a game. Danny, however, this is his channel. He will be on... when are you on, Danny? Are you on every day now? Or
I'm
no?
figuring things out right now. So I basically pumped the brakes except for the FanCast while I got a couple things in flux. I'm supposed to be... Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I will be trying to do more watch parties during games. So maybe not Wednesday. Maybe we do a Friday night one this week or something like that.
Yeah. So here's my thing on this Tim Peel.
Mm.
And I understand what you're saying, and I understand what O'Neill was saying too. That's stupid, though.
Yes.
Like, there's nobody's... Here's the truth about hockey and about all sports. And maybe he doesn't understand this because it is the two opinions that matter most in any sport are the players 2 and the fans 1. Okay? And if the fans don't like that they are fixing games or making these stupid calls to make penalties even, then yes, he is justified for getting fired. And if players who are currently in the league dislike him, then they are also entitled to their opinion, because if they don't play, the fans do not get the sport that they want to watch, and the NHL will not make money. That's how it should be, and that's how it always should be. That's how it is, and that's how it should be. I don't care what Jeff O'Neill says, that 20-year-old veterans who are friends of his, they don't matter. They don't matter. You don't matter, Jeff O'Neill. You don't.
I mean...
Us three matter more than Jeff O'Neill. That's my opinion.
All right, Ryan,
because
quote
we are the fans.
It's true.
Roger. Yeah, he basically got suspended for the last month and got an early retirement, so he can still get his pension.
But the story was he wasn't even supposed to be reffing this year. He was
I know that.
Yeah, last year. I think it's it's not fixing. It's not. The refs aren't. That's not how this works. Like ignoring or acknowledging that there is an existing culture for the refs, and the responsibility of the refs is to quote unquote manage the game as everybody says it is.
What is that?
What?
Poppy goal. I want that as a screensaver.
What? Oh, that's so dope.
Oh, that's gross. I'm like about 30 seconds behind you, but
I think you're where I am, James.
Yeah, he just scored now.
Oh no, you're definitely further behind.
Yeah,
Hold on. What did he actually do with this move?
Like I haven't even had the replay pop up yet, but my God.
Wow. He faked the pass and put it on net, and it went in. He's very good. Oh my God. Under the glove, Smith just could not get a piece.
Trying to win.
That's disgusting. That's incredible.
Oh, that's gross.
Short side shelf.
Oh my.
Hello. Austin Matthews is vicious. And dude, you're right. This is going to be a 8-7 hockey game.
Just watch the call that they don't make on Draisaitl here.
Yeah, yes.
What is that?
He clips him
because the Leafs have momentum. You're not going to call you're not going to call it?
Is it? Well, first of all, what is it?
That's tripping. That his stick.
That's straight up a trap.
And he was right there.
So tripping, which we know can be particularly ticky-tack. What do we decide is the rule? Because James, this is what I asked Paul. I don't think I got an answer that I liked. No offense, Paul.
I don't like.
You don't want the Tim Peel apology tour, James. What do you want? Do you want rulebook reform?
Yeah. Like you can't just trot out what they're doing to Tim Peel right now is just scapegoating him. If you're not going to admit that there is either an issue or this is tactically what you are doing, like from the NHL, if you're not giving either one of those answers, all you're doing is scapegoating a guy.
Let me ask.
Yeah, I just like that too.
So a thought's creeping into my head. Harry, if you're here, as an LA Kings fan, what is your take on officiating league-wide? And I mean, league-wide will mean different things to different people, Harry. If you're only watching Kings games, league-wide is going to be what you see. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, maybe we're kind of looking at this under a microscope right now, and I mean, we are, obviously. Like, bigger picture, zoom out. I know we have these issues, and we've been talking about officiating for different reasons over the past couple of weeks, but you're not going to put a change into effect mid-season. So this thing goes 6 months or whatever, whenever we're in the summer for the offseason, we start talking about this again? Are people going to be short-sighted and have forgotten what brought us here in the first place?
No. Because you know what it is, Danny? It's the NHL has the most even officiating in the world, or the equal officiating league-wide in the world. I will die on that hill. And the problem is, it's too equal. You are making games, you are fixing penalties so that the game is as equal as possible for both teams.
Right.
And that's just bull.
Okay. Galchenyuk, man, just buzzing through the middle of the ice. I love that. And look, and now he's hunting the puck down. Like,
he's great. He has been surprising, I think, for everybody. I don't think anybody expected him to be this good. But
it's not even.
I like what Harry says here. He thinks all refs should be mic'd all the time, but also they're people too, and people make mistakes. I think there should be communication between the NHLPA and refs union, whatever they call that, and NHL brass.
Are they call? Does this get blown down for an icing, or was there a penalty here?
Yeah, that's an icing.
It was
That
just
was an
an
icing.
Okay, no, I don't know. I got nervous. He's coming over to Zach Hyman. I'm like, baseball. So, in everything apart from balls and strikes, baseball's consistent and objective. What's an out? What's a safe call? Relatively, it's objective, and then every so often you get calls where they screw up, and that's why replay's there. Replay works so well in baseball, in theory, because it's objective. You know.
Yeah, he's either out or he's safe.
First or
One of
he
the
didn't.
two.
Exactly. You know, strikes though different. What's the one thing everybody wants out of their strike zone in a game? You know that it's going to be different ref or ump to ump, and maybe
But
game
but
to game,
all you
consistent.
ask for a lot of baseball, so maybe Claire can help me out as somebody who's much bigger baseball fan than I am. But all you want is a consistent. Okay. Look, I know. Danny, I know you're umping. Okay, I know what your strike zone is. I can adjust to that. But as long as you keep that consistent, then that's fine.
Right.
Like there's going to be a human element to refereeing. There always is going to be. But don't make the human element. Oh, I feel bad for this team, therefore I'm not going to call a penalty on them.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good way to explain it. James.
Make if you call a trip because I stepped. What we just saw with Draisaitl a minute ago. Okay, anytime a Leafs player does that, you also got to call it. Doesn't matter if it happens once. Doesn't matter if it happens 9 times.
That's a penalty tonight.
I know that Tim Peel is reffing tonight. I know he calls slashing a little bit tougher than everybody else, so I'm not going to slash as much. But I'm not But then I don't want Tim Peel calling a little ticky tack, and then I get a 2-hand whack to my arms, and then he's like, "Well, you're in the lead. I'm not giving you a penalty."
Right, penalty in the third should be a penalty in the first.
Yeah, I think it was Anson Carter said, if you're gonna let them play in the first, let them play to the final whistle. If you're gonna call ticky tack in the first, you call ticky tack the whole way through.
Yeah. And I can understand that as well. And I think
don't change it because this team's gotten 6 penalties or power plays in a row. That team's just playing dirty. You keep calling the penalties.
I want to get to Harry here. All refs should be mic'd all the time is, I think, hilarious, and I would be a big fan of this. Playoff rules all season.
That's how it should be.
I mean, I think that's all right. Because it all comes down to consistency.
I agree. I agree with you there too. Because even as a pitcher, you got to know what your strike zone is too.
I think it's going to be a flash in the pan, Roger. I think it depends if the NHL actually wants to make a bigger deal out of this or not. If they do, then there will be bigger fallout, obviously, and if they don't, then
that was a really bad look the night Peel got suspended, and you've got the ref with his hand over the microphone.
I wouldn't have called it a bad look necessarily. I thought it was understandable.
The fact that it happened the day of, and now, and of course, though, that can also go 2 ways. Like it's not necessarily the ref also covering up. For all we know, Simmons is swearing like a sailor at him, and you don't want that getting caught on the TV as well. Like obviously, a snapshot of that picture doesn't tell everything, but. It doesn't look good when you have somebody caught saying something they probably shouldn't have said out loud or very loudly, and then now you've got your hand over your microphone.
No, it makes sense, but also you're not going to fault them because nobody wants to get outed for being a crappy ref. All rules all the time, no matter the game stipulation. Sure, playoff rules are things we should get. The thing that keeps frustrating me, everybody, is that we have said this for weeks. Since we first had James on the show, when we argued about consistency and playoff hockey shouldn't be different, that's what Harry's saying now. We've had this take. We know. And I'm just getting sick of the fact that we're keep having to bring it up. 3 weeks ago, when we brought it up for the first time, we didn't know that this Tim Peel crap was going to happen, but still clearly it was at the top of our minds. And what I'm frustrated about is we still don't have an idea of actual action. Honestly, if it's one thing... take cross-checking out of the game, and any cross-check is a penalty, and it's a small thing. It's a small thing.
Well,
but
did you see the? Did you see the penalty on? I think it was Andrew Mangiapane the other night. I think it was last night actually. He got 2 minutes for a cross-check to the mouth. If I remember correctly, Nazem Kadri got suspended 5 playoff games for the exact same play. Granted, little history. I'm still a little bitter.
Yeah.
I'm there's some added context in there for sure, but again, it's just that consistency. The NHL doesn't have it at all.
So
Like imagine being new to this sport and seeing what a penalty is, what a penalty isn't, or seeing the fact that we have 82 games of one set of rules, and then all of a sudden we have a completely different set of rules because all of a sudden those 82 games are over.
Hey, the rules to hockey are just as complex and incoherent as learning the English language, okay? It's just how it is.
robot refs, yeah, that'll be the future. You can't. I'm
robot
tired of.
No,
I'm tired of saying,
baseball's the only sport you can have a robot. You can realistically have a robot
know.
ref.
Yeah.
for.
I
true.
think he's messing with us. So
He 100% is.
so I
Like
just
like knowing Roger, but
listen. We need something that can actually be done here, because it really bothers me to keep saying, well, I guess there's nothing we can do about it because why? Because that's the way it's always been, because that's how these guys are programmed to work, because we don't, we can change it. It can be changed.
yeah, I hate that, and I realize that I think you're one of the things that you brought up the first time I was on was with the playoff hockey. Like that's the way it always been, and of course, as soon as you finish an argument and then you think of the perfect response to that, like it can be changed. Like there's only so long until the last fan who remembers the good old days are gone.
Harry, hold on. What are you
However,
saying here?
the fans that are growing up with this type of hockey are going to hopefully be watching hockey for the next 50, 60, 70 years.
Harry, I like that idea. I do not know how it works in this. I do not know how it solves our reffing issue.
But I like. He's just saying reshuffle the entire league.
I like. Okay,
love it.
there was a point where I wanted a dispersal draft and get rid of. Now this is pre Vegas. This is like pre Vegas.
Yeah.
But you have disperse like Florida, Arizona.
Why?
Like we'll concentrate the teams a little bit more.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's funny.
That's the best one, Roderick. Good
The
shit.
ref who makes the worst call all season, as decided by the Department of Player Safety, has to fight Wayne Simmons.
I like that one. Anyways, continue what you're saying, James.
Well, it's just like I don't understand why the NHL is always dragging its feet trying to bring itself into the future
Because
with anything.
the NHL doesn't do anything proactively. They are entirely a reactive league. And on the one hand, I understand why that's frustrating. On the other hand, there's no reason for them to be proactive. They're still making money, and year over year, growth has been crazy. Oh my God, Hutch.
Okay, hang on. Let me bring it up. There was a great question in Down Goes Brown's weekend mailbag.
On the other
let me bring it up here. It was worded so well. Just give me 1 second here.
Down Goes Brown's weekend mailbag from theathletic.com.
Come on. Why?
Is Jack
Internet's
Eichel
always the slowest when you
overrated?
get the most.
Tim Peel, a retro deadline deal, and more.
Is Jack overrated? I like that one.
Okay, the question here was the last one in the mailbag.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, there we go. So does any other league think this little of their fans' capacity to see what's happening right in front of them as far as things like game management, draft lottery, concussion/CTE, or parity/the loser point? And the part 2 was, are we just the idiots for watching it anyways?
Wow.
I thought that was kind of a funny little tie-in, because we're talking about.
No, it's a fair point, but because that's exactly it. If we're gonna sit here and watch the game anyway, and we're gonna continue to talk hockey and love hockey the way we do, then, I mean, sure, it's on us. Like, at the end of the day, we can sit here and bicker amongst ourselves and scream for change. What are we actually trying to do? I think this can be, projected onto bigger social issues. But it's like,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think your solution is feasible, because it sounds like if you say call everything, it's not going to work.
No, it's not.
Because even if you say this has to be a call.
Hold on one
You're
second.
gonna get
Alan is taking off. I just wanted to shout out Alan for being here. Thank you very much, my dude. You get an air horn.
Later, buddy. Thanks for coming by, eh?
Thank
Alan.
you for
Canadian, eh?
joining the FanCast. Go Irish. So I understand you can't call everything. The one that I want to call, this is why I keep saying cross-checking. Just because it'll give us something to start with. Like, if you just look at the book and say, we're going to redefine cross-checking, or maybe you don't even have to, because I think that's the most obvious one. We're going to redefining it. We'll redefine it, or we'll make sure we stick to the definition, and we'll call it every time. And if you do that, cross-checking is going to go away.
The best answer for what is goalie interference
I don't know, but I know it when I see it.
No, goalie interference is whenever the opposing team is going to score a goal that will win the game against the winning team. That's
I just thought it was when you interfere with the goalie.
No.
No,
is it the ref's goalie or is it the other team's goalie? Because if it's the ref's goalie, then it's interference. If it's not, then it's
right.
Fine, right?
God, Hutch, don't come out to start the second. Don't come out
Hutch.
to start the second. Okay, Alex Galchenyuk looks good. Looks like everybody's getting
Why do you
chippy.
have the 3 oldest looking people as like the guys up? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab
Elliot Friedge and Anthony Stewart. Yikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab una biera. And I'm gonna go get some snacks. I'll be back.
Oh, snacks? What kind of snacks?
Whatever I want. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I want snacks. Bring me back a Coke. And some Little Caesars.
I wonder how many people noticed the little you had the Little Caesars banner.
I don't know. Some people. We'll see. We'll see if that catches on. I don't know. We've got to.
Did you ever end up getting? Did you ever get an email back from them?
They sent me coupons. I think it was a free crazy bread, but I'm trying to cut back on the carbs, so it really just did.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, didn't quite get me going.
Yeah, my brother's getting married in August. I gotta fit into a suit.
There you go. It's when you fall into or hit the goalie and prevent him from doing their. Yeah, but it's also completely subjective sometimes.
Yeah, the problem is that what is preventing them from doing their job? And there's so many times when very obviously, like they weren't gonna stop it, but they always side on the side of the goalie.
Yeah, it's probably.
I still remember the one from a couple seasons ago when it was real bad, when Quick came out of his crease to poke check Marner, ran into Marner, and Marner tucked it into a wide open net, and they called that goalie interference despite Quick being so far out of his net.
Right.
And of course, even the Matthews, the famous one before the goal sign, like the puck was behind Bernier already at that point. Like he wasn't stopping it.
I don't know what to say anymore, James. Like, we're having the same conversations week after week after week. No, but because they're relevant.
No, I'm chuckling at Harry's quick comment.
Hey, Keegan, what's going on, my dude?
My favorite description of Jonathan Quick was he was an octopus with roller skates on the end of his tentacles.
Okay, I can kind of see that. The I know that these things are relevant week after week. I'm getting really tired of having these conversations because I just want to see the NHL do something about it, and I know they're not going to. And I don't know if we're just focusing on something. Oh my God, the scorpion kick save! Oh,
yeah, that was great.
It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen.
I tried to do that in ball hockey once. It did not go as well as it did for Quick.
Good God. Oh, ball hockey. The FanCast ball hockey team of 2016 was the stuff of legends. Let's see. I don't know. I might get dinged for it because I don't own it. But if I go on Twitter and I find the GIF, I think that's okay. Jonathan Quick, Scorpion save. Wow. Can I search for a GIF? If I go to videos, will it show me a GIF?
Be under media probably. Oh, okay. Interesting. Sort of unrelated here, but interesting stat I just saw. Somebody took every post that a team has hit versus every post that their opponent has hit, and did like a plus minus to see how like
Okay.
lucky they were. Can you name me, just for fun, the top 3 teams are plus 17, plus 13, and plus 11. Who do you think those 3 teams are? So that means their
This
opponents
season?
have hit, yeah, this season. So that means their opponents have hit 17 more posts, 13 more posts, and 11 more posts than they have. So they've
Their
gotten more
opponent-
saves from their
This
post.
is the differential
Yeah, this is post differential.
versus.
I guess.
Okay, so somebody who's got a pretty high save percentage, and maybe like the Leafs have got to be up there. No, maybe not. I don't feel like people are.
So the higher the better, because that means you're getting luckier with your posts.
Right. Well, better meaning whatever you want it to mean here. You know,
Right.
I don't want to be the luckier team. Luck is not as. I don't want to be known as a lucky team. Harry says Vegas.
Vegas is actually third last at minus 10.
Okay. Oh my God. Are the Leafs on there?
The Leafs are dead last at minus 14. They have hit 14 more posts than their opponents.
Okay.
And that's also after last game where it felt like Matthews hit 6 by himself.
Yeah.
Cleary is correct. LA is second at plus 13.
Wow. Okay. So they're just being okay. They've been getting lucky. This is not a great thing, Harry. You don't want to be getting lucky. Well, I mean,
Montreal is at
depends on the
minus
context.
4
Prom
right
night,
now.
maybe. Montreal is minus 4.
Yeah. Going off Clary's gas.
Gotcha. Ottawa? No.
Ottawa is third at plus 11.
Oh, wow.
Which is funny because they've had some pretty atrocious goaltending over the last little bit. And Cleary gets our winner. The Chicago Blackhawks are at plus 17.
Wow.
Which I just find really interesting with how the Blackhawks have been kind of the surprise team for a little bit.
But it's been happening through luck, apparently.
Well, and Kevin Lankinen was going off for the first couple of months of the year.
Huh.
Colorado is tied for fourth last at minus 9.
Interesting. Where are the Canadian teams? 1 through 7.
So Toronto dead last at minus 14. We've got Edmonton at minus 5, Montreal and Calgary both at minus 4. Vancouver plus 7, Winnipeg plus 9, Ottawa plus 11.
Ottawa plus 11. Wow. Okay. I feel like Buffalo's winning? Hold the phone. Buffalo's got a lead. Oh, man. Raj, thanks for that. At the end of the first, it's 1-0 Buffalo over Philly. End of the first, 2-0. That's Pittsburgh over the Islanders. Colorado and Anaheim go later tonight. So do Vegas and LA. The Flames and Jets, Minnesota and San Jose round out the scoreboard.
Oh my God! I just saw a GIF of the Buffalo goal. There is some defense playing.
What?
Basically, all 5 guys are on the half wall for Philly on the right side of the goalie. They just feed it out to the top of the left circle, wide open, walks in and snipes it.
Show me a GIF.
Here, go to here. I'll just Facebook it to you.
Show me a GIF.
Paul, Buffalo
I
is
got it.
currently winning 1-0.
Ooh.
Buffalo's winning 1-0. Oh my God.
Against Philly, who is.
I'm pretty sure Carter Hart got
hiding.
scratched for the next 2 games too, including tonight.
Throwing money down on Philadelphia money line, BRB. Cleary, I don't know if you're being serious or not. I'm going to warn you against doing that. Someone's got to snap the losing skid, as in someone's got to be the team that Buffalo beats. Could be tonight.
Okay, also, actually, tying this back to the NHL always makes things way more difficult than it has to be. Is this called a winless streak or a losing streak? Have you seen this?
No.
So apparently, because this is because the Sabres technically have 2 overtime losses, thus
Yeah.
giving them 2 points.
Sorry, 2 overtime what?
2 overtime losses.
Losses. Okay, that's what I thought you said.
I know. There are many, or a few anyway, journalists and the league are technically classifying this as a winless streak, and thus they have not broken the record for the longest losing streak yet.
No way.
Yeah.
Clary, I'm with you. Winless means you lost. Winless.
Oh, I know.
means...
Trust me. I had an angry tweet about this, but let me go.
Are you gonna send the league a strongly worded tweet, James?
No, like it was because I think it was Pierre
Dear
LeBrun.
Mr. Betzman.
No, but
It
it was just about how like why does hockey always get in its own way? So this was from March 27th. So this is Pierre LeBrun.
Okay.
Sabres winless streak is now at 17 games, 15-2. Record for winless streak is 30 games held by the 80-81 Winnipeg Jets.
Yikes.
Because that counted ties.
Right.
We don't have ties anymore. Like, I understand that a tie was also worth a point back then, but current Sabres losing streak is at 9. NHL record is 17.
Okay.
Due to Sabres OT points on March 9th and February 25th, this is classified as a winless, not a losing streak.
Here's the
I
question.
don't care. You got these points from losing.
Yeah.
Stop making this difficult for everybody.
Here's the question. The OT points, were they overtime losses or a shootout loss? The reason I'm asking this, I think that's the difference. Because if you lose in a shootout, you did not lose a hockey game.
Which, fair.
So you know what? That's what I'll do. But 3-on-3, I think that's fair game.
Okay, that is a very valid point. Let me.
Wait. Hold up. Hold up. Did you just say that 3-on-3 is losing a hockey game? How is that a hockey game?
Because you're still playing hockey.
Yeah,
It's as much of a hockey game as a shootout is.
No, it's definitely more of a hockey game. I would even say it's
If
3
you're gonna argue
times
that,
more of a hockey game.
If you're going to argue that 5-on-5, 20-minute periods, overtime,
We've
playoff
done this
rules.
before.
That's hockey.
We've had these conversations, Paul.
Yeah, that's hockey.
What are you?
That's real hockey. If you're going to argue
eating on
that
the
the shootout shouldn't exist,
What did you
I
get for your
argue
snack? Are you noshing on peanut butter?
peanut butter and Nutella
Nice.
and a beer.
All right. Okay. So February 25th, Buffalo loses 4-3 in overtime to New Jersey. However, March 9th, 5-4 loss against Philadelphia did come in a shootout.
There it is. I think that's fair. I think that's an okay line to draw.
Okay. I will accept a shootout because even in terms of like pro line and gambling purposes, then they count a shootout as a tie,
Uh-huh.
or at least in some of them anyway. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember my friend used to do pro lines back in university on them, and they counted. He actually, funny story. I'm sorry, I'm rambling a bit here, but
Ramble away, man.
he put 6 games down to end in a tie, put $2 down, and I think his payout was like $2,500.
It's a good day.
The Oilers scored with 6 seconds left in overtime. In the 6th game, he got all 5 right leading up to that point. And the Oilers ruined it for him.
Yeah, that's because the Oilers ruined everything. I don't know. They're just awful in general. Okay, I'm sorry. I just can call out Sportsnet here. If you guys are still watching this game, yo, what's going on, Brandon? If you're watching this game, how was, and they've moved on from this as a quote-unquote burning question on the broadcast.
Later, Harry.
But how? Take it easy, Harry. You're going to the skate park, you California. Ugh.
Thanks, Harry.
How is it that what was the Leafs' biggest overtime win is a burning question? I'm sorry, that is contrived.
That's not a burning question.
And this is why I mute the panel 99% of the time.
Who has the best defense in the Scotia North Division?
I have it muted right now.
Look how ugly Elliot Friedman is. Oh my god.
Hey! What are you talking about?
Okay,
are you kidding? Look at those sideburns.
Their suit game is horrendous.
Oh. Montreal's the best defense in the North. Yeah, I mean, look, they need to make sure that they don't come across as homers.
I said that from the beginning. The best defense in the North was the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, but it's very much Toronto. Like
here's Yeah, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Because I did like their question. What is the need for this Leafs team into the trade deadline? I like that one that they had.
Well, I don't
'Cause
think
I wrote
I don't think they have one anymore. This was the whole point about talking about Alex Galchenyuk.
Yeah, I do. Well, I do agree. I think it was Elliott, just because I saw the lower third there. But I think it depends on goaltending health.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little weirded out there.
I even if you go and get, I hate that I'm saying this, but even if you bring Jonathan Bernier back to be your third goaltender,
don't do this. We did this last week.
I know.
We did this last week. Why?
I know. I'm not going too far into it, but my point is, I wouldn't mind somebody above Hutch, especially if Freddie is as hurt as it seems he is.
If the choice was between starting Michael Hutchinson or Jonathan Bernier, I'm going with roll 6 skaters for 60 minutes. That's my choice.
Ask if you can turn the net down so it's just the bottom opening on the ice there.
I think that would be pretty fair. I think that would be pretty fair. I like it. Mitch Marner can play goalie. He will. What about David Ayers? That's not funny. That's not funny. Although I like that. It's a nice callback.
Also,
in between periods, he can flood the ice for us.
Oh my god, it's not funny. The Carolina.
But, okay, we talk like people are superstitious enough that the Madden curse is a thing. Do we think that NHL commercial screwed Freddie? And I only ask that because it's playing right now.
I cannot confirm nor deny because I do not know what that commercial is, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't watch cable, my dude.
Oh, it's literally just like it's an NHL 21 ad, but it has Freddie. Freddie is the main focus.
I think there's way too much pressure on Freddie this year. That is my honest opinion.
Because it's his
and I feel like he's turned his back on the team, and the team has turned their back on him. And if I'm being honest, as I've seen him this season, injured or not, I'm not confident in Frederik Andersen right now as our starter. When he comes back, I hope he proves me wrong, but
I'm not.
That's how it is.
So I was pretty adamant that it's Campbell's net to lose, but I don't think he's been doing a great job of hanging on to it. Like. That's kind of what I was trying to get from you earlier, Paul. Like, I mean, he's played fine. I don't think he's been... I mean, he obviously has not been the reason that we've won these last 2 games. And it doesn't look like he's got this crazy, starter level of confidence. So I'm just not sure he's paving the way for Freddie to come back. But you can't give shit to Freddie this year, especially if he's been hurt all year. You can't do that. That's not right.
It's not an excuse, though.
What do you mean it's not an excuse? Being hurt is the only excuse in sports.
Don't play. Don't play.
If he was that hurt, why didn't you just shut him down earlier?
Because who were you going to roll with?
Hutch.
Michael Hutch? No, you were not.
Trade. Make a trade.
Or that's the point. When they needed to get Hutch in the first place, that's how desperate we were at the time. They went out and just did it. Same with Calvin Pickard.
No,
Vegas.
No, it's not the same as Pickard. We lost here. I mean, I get that you went out and got him, sure. But he was just security because you knew we were going to lose goalies, and we did. But I don't think anybody really wanted to play him, and I don't think you should be playing him. Injured Freddie over healthy Hutch. We've said this.
Okay, well, I don't care. We've been in first this whole time. What does it matter if Hutch played? Honest to God, the Toronto Maple Leafs do not... If the Toronto Maple Leafs do not trade for a goaltender... before the trade deadline, I will be disappointed because that is clearly what we need.
I don't think
it's that
clear.
I don't care if it's a third. I don't care if it's a third string goaltender. If they're really that uncomfortable with Hutch and Campbell's been shaky and Freddie's been injured, not injured, whatever, they need another goalie. Because it seems like too many times this season we've seen Hutch in net. In a shortened season, why has Michael Hutchinson played 5 games? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. That's
also again, NHL making it way harder on itself. Why on earth did goalies have to go through waivers to get to the taxi squad this year?
Not all goalies, some goalies. You can't make because you can't make goalies waiver exempt. Otherwise, teams hoard goalies, and the Leafs would have Aaron Dell making minor league money, who is clearly an NHL caliber goalie that was desired by NHL teams. That's why. You can't have it all with them. everything they've done so far has kind of made sense, which is why, like, it, as much shit as we give the NHL and as much shit as we give Gary Bettman, they have navigated this pandemic exceptionally well. I mean, especially compared to baseball.
Yeah. That was a very low bar.
For once, the NHL was not the standard of crap. Now, second period.
And I just don't get why the NHL is not striving to be that all the time.
Because they're not leaders. That's not.
I know.
But it's also not the.
I don't need them to be a leader though. I need them to not be the bar that is ankle high.
Well, they weren't when it came to this pandemic stuff, which was the
I know,
part.
but like without like it just in general though.
Yeah, they've got a reputation for it, but they've navigated this well. They've navigated expansion better than most other of the big four sports, given what just happened with Vegas. Like but
the problem is that that happened with Vegas, and then everyone laughed at them because they thought, oh, this team is not going to be good. Then all of a sudden they were good, and everyone went, well, the rules were so easy for Vegas. Of course, they had a good team.
Look, Canadians love talking crap about the NHL and the things that Gary Bettman does. So we'll always look for something to nitpick. Damn, Willie. So you'll always be able to find something to nitpick. But the trick is zooming out, looking at the big picture, and saying, hey, you know what? They've actually done things pretty well, all things considered. Eventually, they'll shake that reputation. They just got to fix the rule book. But if the NBA can have their officials run games the way they do, when you don't know what a penalty is in basketball, all you know is that if it happens to LeBron James, it's not a penalty.
Right.
Foul.
Which, if anything, the NHL is the complete opposite, where you can, take advantage of Matthews and McDavid,
Right.
and you're never going to get a call.
Yeah, so that's the point, I guess, is that if the NBA can get away with their officiating, the standard from the audience says that they'll let it happen to the NHL and anything else. You can't win. You can't win. You can piss off less people than doing the other thing. And the NHL seems to think that calling every game in a penalty or every penalty in a game.
It's too much. That ref just got in the way of puck drop. That's it. Suspend the puck from the rafters when you drop it, please.
Oh, that would be cool. Like in the video games where it just falls, or like bubble hockey where it pops up from the bottom. Let's do that.
That'd be cool.
Or start it like basketball where someone just starts with it in their own end, and you get a nice little skate out. The home team gets to do it for the first and third. The away team for the second. There you go. Solve the face-off problem, Paul.
Every save is an inbound pass. Is that what we're gonna do? I like that.
That'd be kind of cool.
You know how long the game would take? Oh my god.
Yeah. I did see one tweet like a little while ago where it was if your goalie freezes the puck, it should count as an icing. Like in order to try and get the goalie to like move it and keep the game going.
If you freeze the puck. No, but it is an ice. Oh, you can't. Right.
No.
Your
Like
guys
you
can't
can't change.
So here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How important are power plays in this game to the essence of hockey?
What? Like, what are you getting at?
If you took away power plays completely, how important is it to the essence of hockey that power plays are in the game? If a game goes and there's not a power play or a penalty kill in a game, is that not a hockey game?
What is the alternative? Why are you bringing this up?
Yeah, yeah.
No, just a thought.
Like,
Is
okay, but are penalties still called and a power play is not awarded? Like,
No.
you still you just have to
Like,
sit off for 2
why
minutes.
can't we go to an NBA style where you get
Essentially, that was
3
kinda
fouls, you get ejected from the game? Done.
Because if I'm gonna get ejected from the game, I'm gonna make those 3 fouls worth it and go right after.
Well,
some
that's
major.
why I would say you get rid of penalties, but you leave majors. You just make, but it's more rare.
Yeah, Roger, make it like Gel 3s where everything's just a penalty shot.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, actually, though. But then it still doesn't solve the problem of what are you going to, like, how are you going to call it? Like, I don't know. There's got to be a solution here, but nobody's going to want to go for it. Because having a broken system is better than fixing the system, apparently.
No, there's no answer because the NHL is actually pretty good at officiating, and we're just nitpicking. That's honest to God what it is.
Is that actually what this is? Is this just a completely overblown reaction? What did we just miss?
If you were a basketball fan, you would be livid with their officiating. If you were a football fan, you'd be livid with their officiating.
I mean,
even baseball umpires are garbage. Like, it is what it is.
So what? We're just too hard on officials, and then like,
no. What else are we gonna complain about? The game of hockey is the best game in the world.
Coolest game on earth.
I would rather complain about a ref accidentally missing something, though, than a ref blatantly missing something because he didn't want to affect the game.
Oh, Carey
that's
Fraser?
fine.
Anybody?
I like the idea of call what you see, but only call what you see. Don't make shit up because
No, but
I-
if it's call what you see, you also then the other side of that is you have to see everything.
No, it's not.
That means players can pull sneaky stuff and get away with it if the refs not looking.
I mean the really bad one. I remember when the helmet, like once your helmet gets off, you get pulled to the bench. You have to go to the bench. Is people would hit a guy in the corner, wait for the ref, and then just yank it off their opponent and now they've got to get out of the play.
Jesus,
Jesus,
Galchenyuk! Galchenyuk sent that right back to Hutch, and because Hutch is bad at hockey, he almost let it in the net. Ooh, they're getting chippy. Let's go, Galchenyuk.
You don't have to call everything.
Oh my God,
Danny.
he got his
You have to keep it
toe on that.
consistent.
Okay,
You have to keep it consistent.
it goes back to what we were saying earlier. If you're going to call slashing a certain way, just call slashing a certain way the entire game.
Exactly. You have to be consistent in your calls. That's all it is. Be consistent. If a slash is a slash, it's a slash.
But then you should be consistent all season long, every single game. Every ref should have the same standard.
Well, every ref is different. Every umpire is different.
There's a point where I agree about crossing into the human element, where like, if as long as the ref is consistent each game that ref plays, I'm happy.
Yeah, if you know a ref's going to be a little bit more lenient, fucking give it to him. You know what I mean?
Okay, so how about this?
But at the same time, if you're going to be lenient the entire game, and then at the very end you're going to call a penalty because the other team hasn't had a power play all game, don't do that shit. Oh wow, what a save! Sorry guys, I just spoiled that for you because you're so far behind.
That's okay, as long as.
Damn,
it's a nice chance. It was a really big save.
You guys should refresh your pages. I'm a couple seconds ahead of you.
Yeah, right, fine. Just for you. I'll refresh my feed. I don't even think I'm watching the same one you are. I have my own website. I didn't use the link that you posted.
What a save, man. Mikheyev's just snake bitten.
He has
all
more,
season.
He has more 5-on-5 goals, Ilya Mikheyev does, than John Tavares. Just letting you know.
John Tavares has had a very weird season. He's looked good. He just hasn't been good.
All I care is if he looks good. And it's not just an eye test thing. Right? Kerfoot should have gone for it. You know, this game would be a lot more fun if you could run the goalies. It's Rocket League style. That's the move in Rocket League. That's my... So I'll center the puck. I'll nice little flip to the center, and then you follow through, and you run the goalie, and then your teammate comes in and cleans up the garbage. Let's see that happen in the National Hockey League.
Yo, Mike Smith still plays in the NHL. That's insane to me.
And speaking of guys who or like have a couple of good years and then ride that reputation for the next decade. Like Cam Ward was the master at that. Cam Ward turned one Stanley Cup into a 20-year NHL career, or 15-year.
In Carolina, though. No pressure. Nobody's there to expose.
I don't know. I don't think anybody's been better than Nikolai Habibulin at that.
The Bulin wall.
Stanley Cup champion Nikolai Habibulin.
The 20-year contract, Nikolai Habibulin. God. Wait, no.
No, that was DiPietro.
Yeah, DiPietro. That's the one I'm thinking of. Sorry.
20-year contract for DiPietro.
The 20-year. Could you imagine signing anything more than like a 5-year, like a 7-year deal? Guy's still getting paid. Guy's still getting paid.
Was it Kovalchuk had that crazy the cap
circumvention?
That he just dipped after a couple of years.
They gave him a 14-year deal or something dumb to drive down. Jeff Skinner cashing in on one good year.
Well, okay, there's a difference between cashing in on one good year like Skinner did, and then long after you've been any sort of relevant, you're still getting signed.
Well, then he was clearly Cam Ward still relevant. It was our fault for keeping him relevant when he shouldn't have been. But that's because he played in Carolina. He was relevant to Carolina. He won them their cup. And Carolina kept him for God knows how long.
Yeah, Loophole. I am perfectly healthy.
Joffrey, I am perfectly happy, Loophole. Not bad. I'm going to grab myself a beverage. Gentlemen, keep the room entertained while I'm gone. I will be roughly 15
I
seconds.
refuse. I deny. Riley's been out for 2 minutes. Oh, yikes. Who's ready for a goal? Can you spell goal for me?
MORG.
MCDAVIE.
It's funny though, because I feel like the reason why they're sort of obsessing over the shift counters because they're just starting that player tracking.
Yeah.
And this is all they can kind of show on a broadcast right now. So it's this and how fast people can skate.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of cool, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think it's cool, but it's just like I'm looking forward to when they can do 4 or 5 different things and we don't just have a shift counter the entire game.
What have the eye test been missing here? Or what is the score sheet not showing? Because at 2-1 and 17-9 in the shots department for the Leafs, I do not feel good about how this game is played out.
Really? I've been feeling... No, you're stuck in the Hutchinson net mentality.
It's not,
the Leafs
it's not just
dominated.
that. They've been spending a lot of time in the Toronto zone. And fine, maybe that's what it is. Whenever Edmonton's buzzing around, I feel nervous because Hutch is off.
But low danger chances are no danger chances. Okay? That's just how it is.
Not with Hutch in net.
Okay, well...
Yeah,
your opinion, that's why you think that.
Do we know if Soup is actually faster than McJesus, or was that just an off shift that one time? I mean, we know that Soup can be faster than McJesus.
Yeah, I think McDavid had been out there for a little bit, but so next time we have an All-Star game, when it's safe to do so, why can't we just have like the actual fastest skaters in the league go at it? Like, why can we not lock McDavid, Mikheyev, Kapanen, throw anybody else you want in there,
like do what
and just have them
does.
Dylan Larkin, yep, thank you, and just have them skate off. Like, I don't care if they made the All-Star game or not. The guys who made the All-Star game probably want the night off anyway because they're probably still hungover.
Ha, true.
Okay, fair.
So and same thing with hardest shot. Like, I understand that like Weber and Chara have owned that, and they've also been at the All-Star game, so it's kind of worked out. But I'm pretty sure the NBA does that, where they have guys who aren't necessarily.
Yeah, they'll just find guys for the events rather than. Just
and that's always usually one of the must-watch basketball events of the year.
Well, this is what we're saying. There's a lot of things that the NHL could be doing differently to improve the fan experience. But also, players don't want to go to the All-Star game. Like, it's not fun for them. They want to take the week off and go to Florida or do whatever the hell they do. Like,
But I feel like if you make that more fun for the players as well, I don't know necessarily how you do that, but like give them a reason to be there at the same time.
Okay, whoa, Roger. First of all, that was not a dumpster fire. That was that was the best All-Star game in the last 6 years when Sean Scott came to play in the first year of 3-on-3 All-Star games. The rookie versus sophomore idea is good. I've long been a proponent of the young guns versus veterans All-Star game.
Bring Team North America back.
That's what I'm saying. But even if you just do like the up and coming, like maybe it's a 4-year threshold. Like I just want to see
and entry levels versus 35 plus contracts.
Okay, maybe somewhere in the middle.
God.
Yeah, no, Roger, I agree though. The whole thing with Scott being basically forced traded to Montreal so that he was technically out of the
buried
Pacific
in the
Division.
minors. And buried in the minors. Stopped being an NHLer because of that. No, I get it. But okay, actually, if you want to unpack that a little bit, literally the league didn't want him in the All-Star game to what? Ruin or maintain the integrity of the All-Star game? So this is kind of, let's bring this back to the reffing discussion. Because that's more what it's about, right? Like, why don't you actually want to go in there and define the rule book and whatever? It's like when I had this argument with our new friend Funkface Von Clownstick, he made a very important point of saying that everybody knows that it's a charge if you take more than 2 strides, even though they got rid of that definition from the rule book. It's this mentality that the way things were done is the way things will continue to be done unless we have an unavoidable reason to change it. And that's the issue with the NHL. And it's the integrity of the game. And so changing the rule book in whatever way would disrupt the integrity of the game in the sense of how it's been played for years. And having John Scott in an All-Star game would ruin the integrity of the All-Star game. It's the same concept, I think.
Just butting in real quick. 2-0 Buffalo now.
2-0 Buffalo!
Philly had one job. One job.
This game's not over. Hey, I gotta see what's happening in the fantasy league tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're already doing well because Mitch Marner has a goal and an assist. What, like Cleary's here to... What's Cleary getting upset about?
No, because remember he bet on Philly.
Oh, he actually did it? Oh, Cleary, you're come on, man, I warned you.
No, he's gonna bet on him now. Bet high.
Just like GameStop. Ride it all the way. In fact, double your bet.
To the moon.
In fact, double it.
Double your bet on the money line.
All right, just a couple bucks. It's
Financial advice, let's go. Danny Mag, CFP at your service. I'm sorry. You know what, Paul? Like, I can't help this. Anytime they're in the Leafs zone, just watching Hutch, like, I can't help but watch him, and I can't help but get scared.
Okay, here's the Leafs' problem, and here's Hutch's problem. If they just let him get his reps in, his games in, he could be a great goalie because he's acrobatic and he's big.
He's not that big.
He's big.
I don't think he's that big.
He looks big. Anyways.
Oh, jeez.
According to Hockey DB, Hutch is 6'3", 198.
That's pretty big.
6'3", 198.
That's bigger than Matthews.
No. Matthews is 220.
Matthews is 6'3".
6'3", 220.
Maybe. Okay, well.
Why do I know that?
Weight-wise.
Why is that just something that lives in my brain, is how heavy Austin Matthews is?
Hutch or Raycroft? Answer, both.
Andrew Raycroft, hands down.
Vesatoskala.
Sure.
Yeah, bring back Toskala. Maybe then Daniel give Hutch a fucking break.
6 skaters over Hutch. That's what it is, my dude. Like, I'm sorry. It's just, it's actually giving me anxiety to watch him in net.
He's fine.
He will let a soft squeaker by him. Like, I can't, man. Last year is too fresh.
Yeah, he will let a soft squeaker get by him, so just play defense, easy. That makes sense.
Just do your goddamn job.
God,
I know, it's frustrating. Oh, somebody proposed a trade for me? Who is this? Who is Angelo in our fantasy league?
What did he propose?
The man just offered me Johnny Gaudreau and Charlie McAvoy for David Pasternak. No! That is not going to help me win this postseason.
No. That's a good trade.
Is it keeper or single?
It's a
single
keeper.
Euro?
No, the problem is Gaudreau's not good enough this year. If it's any other year, I think it's fine, but Gaudreau's having an off season.
Get bent. Like, I can't. You know what? No, it would be nice to have McAvoy. It would be nice to have McAvoy. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll sell him a draft pick for McAvoy.
Yeah, McAvoy is great.
What is this clip? What are they showing on the broadcast right now?
I don't know. Tyson Berry?
No, this is... Oh, that's
No,
what
it's
John
got
Tavares in the
Caspian's
OHL?
hit on Tavares.
Ooh! That was high. That was
Bro,
high.
he just left his feet. Also, no penalties in this game, eh? Since we're talking about penalties, eh?
So maybe...
Not one call. So with this being known, how about you play a little harder, you know?
Well,
That's what the Birds were always so good at, is they knew that the penalties were going to get evened up one way or another. So if we take one, we're just gonna get it right back anyway.
so Paul, my issue with what you just said was that, oh, well, they're not calling penalties. Play harder. No, play harder. You get a penalty called against you. Like,
I don't know. It's early enough in the game, and you're up. I would be kind of willing to see how far you can push a ref here. The Leafs are gonna get the next penalty. They are because
why?
they're winning.
Because they're winning?
They're winning.
I don't think that that's necessarily true.
Unless it's blatantly obvious, the Leafs will get the next.
The Leafs will get the next ticky-tacky penalty.
So I know we have 8 minutes left in this period. I want to get everybody thinking ahead to the intermission. Paul, I have an idea for how we can improve the FanCast. And just because I knew we were going to have Kyle on today, and Kyle's all about the engagement, I think he's right. I think we should have our own wheel. But I don't think we should have the wheel of awful like he has. Because honestly, man, like, I'm just not here to punish myself for your amusement. I love you guys, and I appreciate you coming here to talk hockey. This isn't something I'm not just going to willingly subject myself to crappy jelly beans, okay? I mean, I'm not afraid of the California Reaper. We're going to see how that goes. I actually have no idea what I'm getting into with that, so I hope it's not that hot. But I want to do the Wheel of Gimmicks, and I just need to come up with a bunch of gimmicks that we can put on the Wheel of Gimmicks. Spin the Wheel of Gimmicks, and then for the rest of the episode, there's a gimmick or something like that. I don't know.
Fair enough.
But you remember your old Bozo in the Box idea? I don't remember how that one was supposed to work. But we can do stuff like that. We can put you on green screens when Caveman's angry. I can green screen a caveman skirt onto you.
A caveman skirt. That is a first penalty. There you go. Wow. Here we go,
And
baby.
that went to who?
Edmonton. Wow.
You owe me
Because it was
$20.
blatant. It was completely blatant though.
Former
Look
Leafs
at that.
Personas.
Yeah, there's no chance that's not a penalty.
I want to test something
completely
while we're here. It's been a minute.
Yeah, that's...
I haven't brought this guy out of retirement in a long time. I'm just curious. I don't know if I can get away with wearing this with the green screen. But if I was going to shave and get a haircut and bring back Coach Dan Sherry, I can't do it. I cannot quite bring back Coach Dan Sherry. Like, as much as I would love to, the green screen doesn't love him. Oh, well. I think we'll rock this for now. Did we lose Paul the Caveman Cavaretta?
He said he was coming back in a second.
Oh.
Oh, that is my mouth.
Well, now you can pretend to be Paul the Caveman Cavaretta. Hold on, I think I have your card here somewhere, too. Paul, why do you got to make my life so difficult? It's the Leafs FanCast. Potentially brought to you by Little Caesars. FanCast JR Mags. Boop. Marcus! Hey! I didn't know you were here, Marcus. Welcome back. It's been windy up in Montreal. Why do I think you're in Montreal? You're not in Montreal. I can't remember where you are. You're in Red Deer? I want to say Red Deer. It sounds right. It's been a minute since I've seen Marcus. Oh, great. Now Paul's back. Amazing.
The PP is bad. Yes, the power play is terrible.
Welcome back.
It
Welcome back to the show, Marcus. Happy to have you.
It sometimes feels like they're just trying to galaxy brain this when you literally could just run 5 forwards out there just fine.
Let's see. Like, I don't know. What do you think? For the Wheel of Gimmicks, can we bring back Dan Sherry and we'll put him on the Wheel of Gimmicks? And if the gimmick wheel hits, Dan Sherry's got to show up. Let me see. I need an image. Trying to do some things. No, give me a better...
I just got sent a good clip, actually, going back to our reffing discussion real quick. Jack Edwards, the good old voice of the Boston Bruins, rips into a ref because they were playing the Ducks last night, Bruins are already on the power play. Bruins player obviously gets like a slash to the ankle and falls over, and the ref looks right at it and goes like, you're already up on a power play. I'm not giving you another one.
Okay. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
Good little rant, but again, don't let the current outcome of the game influence what you're calling.
Marcus,
it's ridiculous.
If you want to chime in on this, just to give you some context here, Marcus, because I know it's been a little while, we have spent weeks ripping into NHL officials, just based on a lack of consistency, and then the Tim Peel thing happens, and I just want to know where you stand on it. I'm really trying to figure out where everybody is. All we ever want is consistency in the game, and the fact that refs are going out of their way to decide a game or influence a game like that has just been driving us nuts for weeks. So if you have a take on that, by all means, please let us know. Weeks, years, yeah, thanks. Some things don't change. So, bit of a frustrating one for us. Haven't been paying much attention to it. No, that's fine. So if you didn't know, Tim Peel was caught on a hot mic. He was reffing a Nashville game, and he made a point to say after a penalty, yeah, that was weak, but I really wanted to give Nashville a penalty early. And that was a no-go. So he's since been fired, but basically he just exposed what everybody knows was common practice for National Hockey League refs, which is to call the game as they feel, not according to the rule book. But we also know that the rule book makes no sense. So it's a wee bit of a pickle. And that is the seemingly theme of the month of March here on the Leafs FanCast. Because the Leafs have been playing so well.
As of April, we can't do this anymore.
As of April, we can't do... Oh, yeah, okay. So we need to find something else to bitch about for next week's show.
Something else we have to bitch about.
Bitch about the fact that... Oh, never mind. Ignore me. I was thinking April is in playoffs, not April is the season still going.
Yeah, exactly. At least today's rules are better than the pre-lockout NHL. You know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is the one dose of positivity that we have not had at any point of this discussion. No, for reals. Yeah, I'm going to give the man a round of applause for that. This round of applause is for you, Marcus. I think you deserve it. No, but for real, like, the whole reason is we're just so eager to point at the things that are wrong. He makes a great point, which is he used to be a lot worse.
Like, you see old clips of Mario, and it'd be like, oh, look at this great goal by Lemieux, and you see good 15, 16 penalties in a 2-minute span.
Oh, no. I don't like that breakout. No, we're fine, right? We're fine. Careful. It's because Edmonton's dangerous, you know? Like, I haven't felt like...
Because Engvall gives the puck straight to Draisaitl. Like, what are you doing?
Everything's fine. Okay, we can all settle down. I know. And Marcus, correct me if I'm wrong, you're a Flames fan, so you're not cheering for Edmonton here. You're cheering against Edmonton, which is good for us, so everybody's happy about it. Excellent.
6 goals in March. Zach Hyman, the king.
God, he's so good.
Zach Hyman for captain? Is that what's happening?
It makes sense to me. Hot take. Austin Matthews will never be captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
No, because he'll leave for Arizona first.
It's 100% happening. Look at old clips where the refs used to drop the puck all over the place. Yeah, there's that too. The game has changed, but this is... Like, if there's anything Marcus, if there's anything that you in particularly feel needs to be fixed with the officiating, I'd like to know what that is as well. Yes, it's better. But do you ever watch the games and go, oh, that's terrible. That's, you know, like, I've been off on cross-checking. I've been going off on cross-checking. Every time it happens, it should be called. Regardless whether it's away from the play or not. It's dangerous. It's annoying. They just need to stop being so biased. As in, bias against certain players, bias against teams. We know that if you have taken a penalty, the next one will go your way, statistically speaking.
Have you seen the thing that Money Puck have come up with? It's the percent chance which team is going to get a penalty based on what just happened. Okay, so the one I just brought up to Twitter. So for instance, the chart from an hour ago is chance the next penalty will be on the away team when the home team took the last penalty, and it has time as the like the x-axis and obviously percentage. Under 2 minutes, an away team is 66% likely to get a penalty when the home team just took one.
With 2 minutes left in the game.
No. 2 minutes since the penalty. So the ref is eagerly it's trying to show that the longer away from a penalty, like okay, so home team takes an interference call, let's say.
Okay.
From when that penalty ends,
Blocking shots, Galchenyuk.
It's showing the percentage that the away team is like when they're next going to get a penalty called.
Okay.
And within 2 minutes of that penalty ending, the away team has a 66% chance of getting a penalty.
Paul, you are way... Oh, no, maybe not. Galchenyuk's not even on the ice anymore. Maybe you're behind me now. But you're right, James. That's nuts. That shouldn't be a thing. Like, how many more stats are we going to hear where we're like, that's ridiculous, it shouldn't be a thing? We've proven it already. I'm done trying to prove the argument.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to find... There was one really good one from the other day, though. Like, similar chart. I just can't remember.
Caveman Angry needs to be a gimmick. I mean it. It's going to happen. It's going to come
angry at anything.
That's what I'm saying, is you're going to have to. We're going to hit the button. I'm going to get you a whole other background for Caveman Angry. It's just going to be your face dead center.
I appreciate it.
Caveman Angry. It's good luck. Speaking of cavemen, Jake Muzzin. Oh. Ooh. That beard.
What makes cavemen angry? Good question. I don't know. People have been trying for years, and it doesn't seem to work that well.
Let's find out. I'm hitting the button.
Caveman angry.
Let's go. Be angry.
I'm not doing it.
No.
Not right now. I'm too low energy. This game's going on.
But this is the whole point. Is like, we got to start getting you able to do this on a dime. Yeah, well, I'm a seasoned vet with a performance background, buddy. I can turn it on at the drop of a hat. But we need you to be able to turn it on at the drop of a hat. 2017 playoffs during the Oilers-Ducks series, the refs were heavily biased against the Oilers. Okay. No, they're not. I don't think. I just statistically...
I'll look up some penalty numbers
Where
here.
are you pulling this from, Marcus? Well, chief statistician James Redelmeyer is trying to crack the case here. You want to see a Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That'd be good.
Like an impression?
No, like the beer.
Like just skull it?
No, like the beer.
Sorry, I'm focused on too many things at once here. Second round.
Do you think I can get Stone Cold Steve Austin on the FanCast?
You know what? I want to see you try. I think it'd be great.
The real question is, has he changed his phone number in the last 10 years?
No, absolutely not.
I'm pretty
Guys
sure he
that
has.
old? Never.
You don't think he would have changed his phone number in the last 10 years?
No, give me his number and I'll call him right now. He won't answer.
He might. Let me see. Actually, I want to watch this hockey game first. I'm afraid that if I give you Stone Cold Steve Austin's old number, you
I
might
will
actually call him.
No, I would 100%. If you give me his number,
I just don't feel good about
the number
that.
I called Stone Cold Steve Austin on, I will call it. Maybe not now, but I will call it.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, I might as well just do it because he actually knows me.
That's fine. I'm a fan. I actually know him. You know?
No, he's my close personal friend. Who I haven't talked to in 10 years.
How much of the 316 quote can you do? That's the real question, Danny. You don't even know what the 316 quote is, do you?
I'm trying to come up with it, but I don't remember what John 316 actually is. But I know that Austin 316 says I just kicked your ass.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the bare minimum you
Can
need.
I get a hell yeah?
You listen. You
Swig
did the
a
bare
bubbly
minimum.
for the working man.
I'll give you props for that. Doing the absolute minimum.
If that's all it takes to get props, then what are you doing actually trying to charge? Who asked that question? Was that Marcus who asked why I have Stone Cold Steve Austin's phone number? Marcus. Oh, that was Cleary. Yeah, so way back in the day, if you guys don't know, I was a pretty middling actor. Wasn't exactly good, wasn't terrible.
Boy on a Rap should have been nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, don't you know it. I was in a movie with Stone Cold Steve Austin called Knockout, circa 2010. And he's a great guy. We worked together. I have his phone number. When I used it in 2011 and 2012, it still worked. Don't think I've tried to get in touch with him since then. It's been a minute. But, yeah. Stone Cold and I go way back. I introduced Stone Cold Steve Austin to pho. That is my claim to fame.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. He was into it. It was meat and noodles.
That's pretty cool.
Wheel of Gimmicks. Can we talk about this? First of all, I need to know from the room if this is a good idea, because this is your show as much as it is our show. The Leafs FanCast is all about keeping you guys entertained, and we want to try and figure out more things that we can do during the show. So I'm all on board for the Wheel of Gimmicks. But Paul, I need some caveman thoughts on the Wheel of Gimmicks, and it doesn't have to happen right this second.
No, I like the Wheel of Gimmicks. If you give me a week, I'll have how many gimmicks do you want?
That sounds like a literal sitcom line. I introduced Stone Cold to pho. There's no real number. I don't think there's a limit on the number of gimmicks. And I actually think the more gimmicks we come up with, we should keep them on the wheel. And, like, it might be years before some of them come up if we get to the point where we've got 100 gimmicks on the wheel. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a picture. Well, no. It's like eventually. Like, over time, because we're going to do the FanCast for the next 67 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
right?
67. Yeah. Until they win a cup, right? That's the...
Well, if it's until they win a cup, this is our last season.
Oh, I see. And I'm
just saying. Wheel of Gimmicks.
That's true.
You are the opposite?
I'm the optimist.
The optimist. Sometimes. I remember when I used to be the optimist. I don't know what's happened. Life has made me old and jaded. Marcus, don't let this happen to you.
Be a young shining star.
Yeah, the Wheel of Gimmicks, if there's things we could do. I mean, I think the Wheel of Gimmicks should for sure include Paul and Mags have to have a chess match right now.
That's a good one.
A chess match?
I like that one. A chess match.
Like, we have to stop whatever we're doing and just load up a chess match. Like, so I think that's what we got to do. Like, at a certain number of bits, we spin the Wheel of Gimmicks. I didn't realize until now Danny Maggs was in Life with Derek. Oh, yeah. Fun fact. Surprise! I was on Life with Derek. It's a great show.
Okay, Danny, I got the penalties here.
Okay, so this is for Marcus. This is for that 2017 playoff series.
2017 Oilers Ducks.
Yeah.
Let me just mute this. Turn that off. Okay, so I've got game 1.
Okay.
5-3 Anaheim. So Anaheim had 5. Edmonton had 3.
Okay.
However, each team had 3 roughing calls each, so 6 total penalties called with 4 seconds left, so I'm not counting those.
Okay.
It gets a bit chippy at the end, you just give them a penalty.
Fine.
Game 2, 4-4.
So even. Okay.
Game 3, 5 for Edmonton, 4 for Anaheim.
Okay, so that's what? That's a net +1 for Anaheim?
Yeah, right now.
All right.
Game 4, it is 4-3 for Edmonton. However, one of the Anaheim penalties was a bench minor.
Okay.
Like too many men.
Yeah, that still counts.
Yep. I'm just putting the caveat on it.
All right.
Okay.
So now we're
game
even.
5 is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Game 6 is the interesting one. Okay, game 5 is 4-4 plus Cassian and Richie each got matching 10-minute misconducts.
Okay, so we're still even on the series.
Game
It's
6
Yeah.
has 6 penalties for Anaheim, 4 for Edmonton, plus Thompson and Maroon each got unsportsmanlike conduct at the same time.
Okay.
This also includes Corbinian and Holzer also got a misconduct.
Former Maple Leaf Corbinian Holzer.
The king.
And then at the same time, Lucic gets a roughing call. Kessler, Manson, Maroon, Perry, and Kajula all got kicked out of the game at the same time.
So why are we saying this was biased against Edmonton?
Okay, but here's my favorite. So you have all of those penalties in Game 6, right? Think it's going to be a really heated matchup because all those 10-minute misconducts came with 4 minutes left or 3 minutes left in the game.
Okay.
How many penalties do you think Game 7 had?
3-0 Buffalo. I think 3-0.
No. He's answering a question. Okay, so there are 10 penalties plus about 5 misconducts in Game 6. How many penalties were there in Game 7?
I like 2.
Yeah, there was 2.
Both Anaheim.
And how many were in the third period of those 2?
None.
Exactly.
And they were both against Anaheim?
No, one each.
One each. Even, right? Because the refs don't want to decide games. Not because they played clean. Not because they played clean.
Because the
refs don't want to decide games.
It's just bullshit. Just call the game. Just call the game. And then if the team's being too chippy, they'll learn. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Call what you see. Don't call what you want. Like, it's just dumb.
We need to, like, at the end of the game today, what we're going to do is we're going to just put the thoughts on this and end it. Because what I mean is, like, we can't do this anymore. I can't do another show next week where we're bitching about the officiating.
Yeah, no. Like, there's only so many times you can say this too.
But I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it also, the frustration's real. Like, just get it together. We at the FanCast want the league to get it together. I think we can adopt that official stance and feel good about it. I think that's what we have to do. But we can bitch about it for the rest of the game. We can bitch about it for the entirety of the third period. And then that's it. Paul. He's dying. What's with nurses' eyebrow?
Yeah, no, I got some messages from my girlfriend.
See, that's your problem, is that you're checking your phone during the FanCast. If you don't check the messages, she can't bother you.
Yeah, exactly.
That is relationship advice, by the way, to everybody in the room. If your wife is nagging, just put the phone down.
I like it.
There is no way that could end poorly.
Also,
Never.
I did some plumbing in my house the other day, and it was pretty fun. You know. No, I actually did real plumbing. See, got the hose right in here.
What did you plumb?
I had to redo a kitchen sink. We replaced the countertop, so I just did the drain and the hot and cold water.
Can you do the plumbing in my place?
Yeah. What do you need?
I don't know. I'm not a plumber.
Okay. Well, do you have anything broken? No. Then no.
Well, I don't know. Someone's got to take a look at it.
Okay. You understand? My walk-in fee is $100.
That's it. That's
you already
cheap for
owe
a
me
plumber.
50 for Ottawa, so
It's not over yet, and I think you owe me 20 because Ralph Kruger got fired ahead of John Tortorella.
No, I owe you a shot of whatever that drink is.
No, yeah, you have to take a shot of Everclear. That's right.
Yeah. I said, well, I'll give you $20 instead, and then you said, no, I want you to drink the Everclear, and I said, okay, fine, whatever.
Okay.
So next party we have, we'll do it.
Do you know what Everclear is?
Nope, but I'll Google it after.
Okay, so
James sent me a friend request. You're getting a yes right now.
Oh, I'm honored.
Done. I very rarely go on wow, Facebook.
all right,
looks
so
real different.
this is grain alcohol. This isn't Everclear, per se. It's just a different brand. I don't actually know that you can buy this in Ontario. I use this to clean my smoking apparatus. This is 190 proof alcohol, Paul. That translates to 95%. if you can even stomach a shot of this, which you are not supposed to shoot, like the reason this exists is to like mix with things and create your own liqueurs. Like there's a recipe for limoncello on the back. You dump a bottle of this in with a bunch of lemons and like a lot of water to cut it down. And then you leave it for like 3 weeks and it turns into limoncello. If you can actually stomach a shot of this, then that's impressive enough.
Have you taken a shot of it?
I have taken a shot of Everclear before, yes.
Did you puke?
No.
So you stomached it?
I stomached it. I chased it with I took the shot and followed it back with like a massive thing of water.
How bad is it?
It's 95% alcohol, my bud. Like,
It's like burning, just straight burning.
Like, can you take a shot of vodka just fine?
Yeah. Yeah, I can take a shot, vodka, tequila, anything.
Yeah, okay, so vodka is like 80 proof.
Yeah.
40%.
Yeah.
This is 95%. So it's like
Yeah.
2 shots of vodka plus condensed into 1. Pineapple or mango juice.
It's still only the size of a shot, so it's not that bad.
Okay.
I mean, not that it's not that
Well, tell you
bad, but
what,
still.
I'm not going to clean my smoking apparatus for a while. Just to make sure that I don't...
Whatever, we'll find it. We'll get it eventually.
You can't get this, the LCBO. My buddy had this ordered in from Alberta.
Marcelo brought me this back from Portugal.
Absinthe, eh?
90%.
Yeah, it's absinthe.
But this is
Is that real? Wormwoody absinthe?
yeah.
Ooh.
This is pretty I don't how much would this cost them? Oh, it
10
doesn't say.
euros.
Probably something stupid like that. But we decided that I'm gonna save this, and then on my wedding night, the wedding party's gonna do a shot of it, and we're gonna get fucked up.
On your wedding night. You're going to do absinthe on your wedding night. What
Well,
is the Dragon Ball shot?
That is
Is it over
Oh my
9,000%? What is the Dragon Ball shot?
It's we had it in Portugal, Roger and I. It's sambuca and
oh yikes.
something and lit on fire, and you shoot it while it's on fire.
While it's on fire?
Yeah.
How does the fire go out? What?
Realistically, it doesn't burn. Like, you don't really have too much of a flame. That goes out pretty quickly, and then it's just
Seriously.
hot.
I've done flaming shots of stuff before. Big fan. My first shot of the 2010s was a flaming shot of 151, which makes sense because the entire decade turned out to be a flaming tire fire. Good God.
Apparently in Ontario... Oh, okay, this is a year old, but apparently in Ontario you can't get Everclear without a doctor's prescription.
What doctor prescribes Everclear?
Smoking doctors who give you weed and bongs, I would assume.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
Let me just explain something to you. As a person who has never smoked weed, at least, in his life, it is very weird talking about something you have no idea about. Do you know that?
20 years ago today was the Domi incident.
Oh my god, the one where he did that thing with the kid?
Where the guy fell into the
Fell in the
penalty
penalty
box.
box. Watch the lawsuit, Ty. Watch the lawsuit.
Okay, so not the thing with the kid. Okay, never mind.
No, what was
No.
that thing with the kid?
He had a kid, didn't he? Now he plays in the NHL.
Oh.
Max
Boo.
Oh,
That's a
good
good
God. The most entertaining first-round opponent for the Leafs. They have this poll, and of course of course Montreal isn't first. Is it too early for me to get excited about a playoff matchup with the Habs? Because if you haven't been paying attention with the COVID issues in Montreal and the schedule getting reworked, they have to play what
I was reading this too.
28 games in 45 days?
25 and 43, I want to say.
So it's more
I
than a
was-
game
I
every
was reading
2
that.
days.
Yeah, 31.
Which means
31
even
thoughts
if they
from
get
me.
into the playoffs, they are going to be gassed. But I don't think they're going to have enough steam to finish anywhere above 4th. Which means if the Leafs win the division, Montreal, Toronto, first time since 79, let's go. Am I right?
Yeah, 25 and 43.
That is insanity. But yeah, is it too early to call this? Montreal, Toronto, opening round?
Yeah, it's too early, mainly because Calgary still exists and they can come back.
Calgary.
Vancouver can still come back if Montreal's gassed and can't catch up, right?
The big thing I give Montreal over Calgary, though, is that they have a 2-point lead and 5 games in hand.
Yeah, the question is, though, who do they play in those 5 games and how much does that matter? Because if they play Edmonton, Toronto, and Winnipeg in those 5 games, it doesn't make a difference.
They're playing a lot
okay,
of
hang
Ottawa.
on. So tomorrow, okay, they've got Oilers, 2 Sens, 2 Oilers coming up next until April 5th. And then Toronto.
So there's a way in for there is a way in for Ottawa. It's not over yet. Like, can I keep saying this, or are people going to think I'm crazy still?
For what?
For saying that Ottawa's not done.
Yeah, okay. Keep saying it. It's okay. As long as you believe in yourself, then nobody else.
All they have to do is pass Vancouver and I win $50.
Honestly, that's plausible.
That's what I'm saying.
Really? You're nuts. James, I'll bet you $50 too right now.
No. Do I think it's going to happen? Absolutely not.
Dude, if they win a game, they're 5 points back.
Oh, I was going to say, I just saw their 7 points.
It's 7 points with a game in hand. But all they got to do is win, and Vancouver's not that good.
Okay, hold up. Let me just tell you their schedule, and then let's see if you change your mind. So they got Montreal.
Winnable.
No, wait, sorry. One sec. I'm wrong. I'm in the wrong spot here. What's going on here?
Question is, how many more Leaf games do we have?
Yeah, they have Montreal, Edmonton, Toronto, Winnipeg.
So 6 out of 7 of those games are winnable.
Okay. Then they have Montreal, Calgary, and then 4 games against Vancouver. I think that ends the season for them.
And that can do it.
4 games against Vancouver. They got to play Montreal 2 more times, Winnipeg 3 more times, and then they end it against Toronto.
Okay, I'm just saying, man.
No,
like,
they're not doing it.
Those 4 games against Vancouver are going to dictate everything. We are going to watch those with invested interest. We will do a FanCast watch party for at least one of those Vancouver-Ottawa games.
God.
Because we're going to have $50 on the line. And we'll spin the wheel of gimmicks every goal. Oh, so we also need a wheel of celebrations for when the Leafs score goals.
That's fair.
And we can give away stuff. Like shreds of Paul's dignity. We can write certificates.
Why?
We can give out a certificate for 2% of your dignity. I don't know, because I'm trying to come up with things that might keep our audience entertained. I'm here for you.
Fair enough.
Right. I will be jumping on the beverage bandwagon with the period about to start, so I will be back in just 1 second.
Should I put some Everclear in my bubbly?
Odds.
1 and 6.
All right,
1.
Paul, do you want to count us down?
All right, on go.
Yeah. Okay, on go. All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
4.
What you did, Teddy? He said on go.
Yeah, I said at the same time he said go.
Okay, so I'm way behind you then, because you said it when Paul said 2.
What?
Oh, yikes.
Okay, we're going to try this again.
Okay,
Odds are 1 and
all right.
6.
Okay.
Paul,
Okay,
when you say
on
go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Are you typing it or are you saying it out loud?
I'm going
Okay,
to...
okay, here, I will put it in the chat.
Oh, wait, then I got to...
Just as a backup. I will say it at the same time, but just in case there's a lag.
It's going in our Discord chat? Which chat?
No, like the stream chat.
Oh, like the stream... Okay.
Okay, I have a number written in. I am not changing it.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me fire it up as well, and then I'll make sure that we do that too. The odds are 1 and 6?
Yeah.
All right. Paul,
God,
count us in. I'll hit enter on go.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
We're fine.
I knew you were going. I had a feeling you were going off the edges on one side or not, but.
Well, I was curious you were going to pick 4 again. Leafs game is back on. I do not have to take a shot of Everclear. Jimmy's got to go fill up his cup. Let's buckle in to see if the Leafs can hold off the Edmonton Oilers. We have had their number all year, caveman.
Yes, we have. I'm going to go say hi to my mother and give her a hug because I haven't seen her all day.
You got to wait until JR comes back. You can't just leave me here alone.
Yeah, you're watching the game. You're fine. Bye.
My friends, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you coming out. That's what it is. It's fine, I understand. Game starts. Could have gone to say hello to your mother at intermission. Appreciate you, Cleary. Let's watch this team. God damn it, Hutch. I swear, I am so effing nervous every single time. I also really like how this jacket fits. I really hate that it's green. Love to be able to wear it, not feel like an idiot. You can see right through me. Does he know that we can hear him? That's what I love about Italian families. They're so quiet all the time. I'm kidding. I love you. God damn it, Hutch!
Yeah, I'll do the work. You want yours like that too or no?
I swear to God, Paul. I cannot deal with this right now. I'm not happy. That was hella frustrating. You're muted, Paul. Caveman's walking in. God damn it. You know, you leave for 5 minutes and the game is tied.
How was that his fault?
Because he's the goalie.
That's not his fault. I know that's what you were saying, and it's not his fault. That's just bullshit. That's just stupid.
Because we needed a save.
A save off of a player.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Just don't let them get any momentum. If you really want to deal with this, like, I'm okay if they just don't get any momentum. Let's just play the game. Am I right? Am I right? Like, oh, good God. Okay, Jumbo. Okay, Jumbo. I like that. Right after a goal, you put on Jumbo and Spezza with Kerfoot. Jimmy, you missed it. Michael Hutchinson's the worst.
I leave for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It was off of Turris on a point shot.
Oh dear.
Paul, your FanCast forecast was that they were going to drop Game 2 this week?
Yeah.
Producer Nick is asking. Oh, man. Yeah, like, okay, that's literally not his fault. But still!
It's unlucky. It's unlucky. But the how the Leafs respond here is the difference between a championship team and a contender. Because championship teams shut it down here. They win this game now.
You think so? Huh?
Oh jeez, I just rewound and watched that. Yeah, that's brutal.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one that you but that's what you just wish the Leafs would get every now and again. I guess we had that the other day with Engvall almost punching it, but
Ooh.
or even the Mikheyev off his shoulder. But
Like,
I don't know. It feels like we get
humor me here. Yeah, did you just freak out? Wait, what?
that's a rough boarding call.
On Simmons?
Yeah.
I missed it. Let's see.
No, I love how they literally just mentioned it. Marner didn't get or Yamamoto didn't get the boarding on Marner, but Simmons gets it here.
Okay, that's a clear penalty, and that's a cross check.
And the other one was a clear penalty, and they didn't call it because we were already on a power play. Like, what is it? Like,
I'm okay.
Yeah,
also
this goes back to like both the Marner play and that are penalties. Like
clearly,
just call
indisputably. Right. That's yes.
Freaking call both of them.
God damn. It's really, really frustrating.
yeah, Heather even said it.
Yeah. No, we're all watching it. We can all see it happening.
Heather knows. All right, come on, Mitchie. You steal this puck and you score here. That's what I heard. Okay, never mind. No, apparently McDavid steals it from his own teammate.
It's not stealing if you're Connor
Screw
McDavid.
it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah. It's not stealing if you're Connor McDavid. Is that the old saying?
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. It's like you're supposed to play with systems and positioning, and that's true for every other player on the ice. But Connor McDavid can just go where he wants and do what he wants and take the puck and put it where he wants. He's pretty good at this whole hockey thing.
How much freedom do you think he
3-1
actually
Buffalo. Cleary, you're not out of it yet.
Here comes Philly.
Yeah, right.
Here
You got the
comes the
goal.
collapse of Buffalo. What a way to lose number 18, eh?
Where are they? Let's see. There's 18 minutes left in this game. There was a
Oh,
lot of
there's-
time for Buffalo to blow this. Oh my god.
So how much freedom do you think McDavid has, actually?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. Well, I think he, more than the coach, we'll put it like that, more than whoever's coaching him, whether it's Dave Tippett or anybody else. Like, when you're the best player in the world.
Do you think you could ever bench Connor McDavid?
I think John Tortorella could. I think John Tortorella absolutely could if it's
I
about
don't-
the
Tortorella
individual.
would.
I mean, depends on the situation, but I feel like if you bench McDavid in a clutch situation, you look exactly the same as Crawford does when he benched Gretzky and Nagano.
God, why do you bring that up? Like, I forgot about all of these for good reason. Or was it the benching or just not playing him in the shootout?
Well, yeah, but I count that as benching.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Oh, man. Let's go. Ooh, I like that little pass from Hyman. That was nifty. Come on.
Ooh.
I
There was
haven't
a
noticed
good.
Travis Dermott
I don't know
all
if you
this game.
saw Jamie Drysdale's first goal. It was about a week ago now, but he did a great little thing where he got the puck. Two guys are kind of pushing off on him. He's top of the right circle, and he just shoveled it towards the boards, like to the opposite. To the opposite side. No one was there, but he just went and got it, and then just kept the puck anyway. Like, I love those little plays where somebody does that, where
Just
you
'cause they have the speed?
yeah, well, the speed and the space, you just give it to yourself. You just like it's like a give and go with yourself.
If Rocket League has told me anything or taught me anything about how to play hockey, it's that sometimes as structured as you can be, you just have to risk it to get the biscuit.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't work out all the time. But you've got to make plays like that. That's it. That's all I got.
I still can't believe Montreal took Sanderson over Drysdale though.
Who has Drysdale now? Is it Anaheim?
That's Anaheim, yeah. They're Anaheim's. I'm looking forward to them in a couple of years. I know they're usually kind of irrelevant to me personally. Like, I don't really know a Ducks fan.
Because you know what
But-
it is? It's going to be Drysdale and Zegras. That team's going to be nuts.
Drysdale and Zegras against Turcotte and
Byfield of the Kings?
Byfield. I almost said Byram. That's why I was hesitating. I'm like, it's not Byram.
Okay,
yes.
let's get over Sam Steele. He's not that good.
Hey,
I hate
the
Sam
pride
Steele.
of Regina, Saskatchewan, former captain of your Regina Pats.
He's garbage, dude.
Show the man
Everybody
some
talks about
respect.
Sam Steele. Like, for the past 3 years, all I've heard is Sam Steele for Anaheim, and he's just nowhere to be found, dude.
There's no team in Anaheim right now. It's
Also,
hockey.
sorry-
No, of course not,
what-
but there wasn't...
NHL 21 potential says otherwise, buddy.
Of course it says otherwise.
Says
It
otherwise.
also says it also has Jack Hughes as like an
Jack
86
Hughes!
overall. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, you want to hear a cool stat that I found out?
Yeah.
How long do you think it took the Sedins to have a positive or to have a good season? How many years do you think it took?
Can you define good, please?
Drafted 2 and 3.
Also, it was like 4. They did not start off well. Like 4, 6
6.
years? 6?
Yeah.
6 years.
What do you
6
call a good
seasons
year?
of mediocrity. Above 50 points. Their highest was I think their 5th year they had 44. I think that was Daniel.
Okay.
And then in their 5th year, their 6th year, they took off. So 6 seasons ago, Galchenyuk got drafted, and people are giving up on him. Eh? I don't know. I wouldn't give up on him that easily. He looks like a monster to me. Like he looks like he's waiting.
You know,
To
I
just
feel like
get
it's also partly with like people's attention spans now and stuff, right? Like he doesn't do something immediately, so therefore he's broken.
Jesus, Hutch.
Yeah.
Well, okay, no, but he had. I mean, oh my God! Did he glove that? Jesus Christ!
Look at that, redirected and stopped because Hutch does not make the easy save. He only does the hard ones.
So, Galchenyuk had an attitude problem, and I don't think it was anything, major, but it was just more of those. I don't know that he had the work ethic, and then you get bounced around, and then that kills your confidence. Like, some guys need to be kicked a couple times.
Some guys need to be given the ability and the lack of pressure to develop. Like, no, not going to say anything, but when you're a player getting drafted first overall and you go to Edmonton, immediately, without even any questions, who are you getting compared to day one? Wayne Gretzky was the answer, by the way. And that's a lot of fucking pressure for anybody.
Sorry,
right?
anybody drafted to the Oilers gets compared to Wayne Gretzky?
And no, any person drafted first overall by the Oilers will get immediately compared to Wayne Gretzky. Like, not compared, but they will be talking about him. And the idea of Gretzky will always be in everybody's mind. Not
James,
saying...
Do me a favor, James. Go find an article, please, comparing Wayne Gretzky to Neil Yakupov from that 2013 draft. Just let me know if this exists.
Are you saying that anybody immediately when you get drafted first overall in Edmonton, you're expected to be the guy?
Okay, that's different. Whoa. That's totally different than being compared to Wayne Gretzky.
No, it's about...
I don't think anybody compared Taylor Hall to Wayne Gretzky. I think maybe people compared Connor McDavid to Wayne Gretzky.
There's still the thought, because that's where you're playing, where Gretzky was. And you're first,
hey,
look who we're talking about him. Hey, look where he is.
All right.
See, he fucking knew.
That's Connor McDavid.
No, Gretzky was out first.
Oh, sure, if you say so. Oh, there he is. Okay, so
how long until they change one of these awards names to Wayne Gretzky? Like, why is it not already?
Honestly, get a most outstanding player. Like, keep the heart,
most outstanding player?
No, keep the heart, but have a most outstanding player. Give most outstanding player the Wayne Gretzky treatment.
What does most outstanding player mean?
Can we change okay, if you had to change award names, what would you change them to? That's a good question. I like that one.
If I had to change the award names?
So the Hart Trophy, the MVP of the league, what name do you give the Hart Trophy from now on?
Why can't it be called the Hart Trophy? Why
okay, we have to change the name. You have to change the name.
Okay, honestly, if I'm calling a trophy the Gretzky, I almost called it the Pearson, the Ted Lindsay. I'm calling that the Gretzky one.
Voted by peers?
Voted by your peers, and I believe the definition's actually different.
But what do we call a most outstanding player, Cleary? Like, what is that?
That's whatever the players determine. That's who they decide.
Your most outstanding player, I mean? Like...
Honestly, yeah. Well, I mean, the most outstanding player you could pretty much just call the Connor McDavid Award, but...
What? No, come on, answer the question. What is a most outstanding player?
Okay, maybe this is also partly with what's wrong with the voting, but I don't like how, like, the Hart is, the most... It's supposed to be the most valuable player to your team, but half the time it's, you apparently have to make the playoffs, which I think is stupid.
I agree with that, actually.
Or it's the guy. It's kind of like what the Jack Adams has turned into, where the team that kind of sucks a little bit less than everybody, sucks a little bit less than everybody thought they did. Give it to their best player, like with Taylor Hall.
I like the
going
idea.
Going back to when Hall won going back to when Hall won that award.
Yeah.
You're really telling me Hall was more valuable to his team than Nathan McKinnon was that year?
16-17?
Yeah, because he carried the terrible New Jersey Devils to the playoffs.
But that's my point. It's a team that everyone thought was going to suck, but they actually showed up not too badly, or ended up not too badly.
I mean,
see, I still don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with Hall winning the Hart. I really don't. That year he was really good, and McKinnon definitely was number 2 in that season. As far as what most outstanding is, Danny, because you don't seem to understand, it's the players get to vote on. I like how Thornton pushed him with his stick. It's the player who the players determine to be like the best player on the ice.
So MVP, but awarded by the players instead of the hockey writers.
Yes, and the Hart is voted by
the hockey writers.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
Hart's done by the writers, and then Lindsay's done by the players.
So,
but the definitions are different though, because the Lindsay is the player who deemed by his peers had the most outstanding regular season, not who was the most valuable to his team. Like you could argue Ovechkin scores 65 goals, has the most outstanding season, but Connor McDavid is still more valuable to the Oilers.
Yeah, I could see that. Anyways, okay, so you would name the Ted Lindsay the Wayne Gretzky.
I'd be okay. Well, but that's...
I would agree. I would say Wayne Gretzky is the most outstanding.
Okay, but remember the whole theme of like, well, we're the NHL, we don't change anything because that's the way it's done. You don't mess with our history.
I'm just fucking saying, let's change him for fun. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Yeah.
Just fucking change it. You want to change the rules? Let's change the names. Screw it.
I don't disagree with you. I think that would be the one.
No,
But
change
also,
all
like,
of them.
It's never
I
gonna
think-
happen. Fine. What?
I'm just saying, as a hypothetical, for God's
We're-
sake.
yeah, we're
fine,
just- we're
fine,
just doing
fine.
this for fun.
Fine.
Christ,
So the
I'm not
Vesna,
saying we have to do it.
the Vesna is the Jonas Gustafsson.
Oh my god.
Okay.
See, but now you're just taking a piss out of it.
Well, the Marty
It's not-
Brodeur. I would have gone with the Patty Waugh or the Hasek ahead of the Marty Brodeur.
See, I would make the which one's in the playoffs? Is there a goalie in the playoffs? No, that's the
No, you're just thinking of Conn Smythe.
no. What's the Conn Smythe? That's what I'm thinking of. The Conn Smythe is the best player in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I would change that to Broder because he is always the best player in the playoffs, even though he was a goalie.
Yeah, but you named it after a person.
Who's the goal scorer? Who's the best goal scorer in history that's not Rocket Richard or Wayne Gretzky?
Mario Lemieux.
Alex Ovechkin.
Mike Bossy. Mike Bossy.
So you'd make it the Bossy Award. I like the Mario Award, to be honest. I like the Lemieux.
Mario Award's got to be the comeback player of the year.
That's fair. That's.
Yeah, right?
I don't think there is that. I think. No, I would. Okay, then is the Solani the Calder? Do you change Calder to the Solani?
100%.
That's
Absolutely.
like the best rookie
Yeah.
in history, right?
Yes. Yes.
I get.
But even then, I don't actually think
I
that's
don't
fair.
want to call the Norris the Orr, especially after this past bit. So like,
I would call it the Lindstrom
I was about to say that I would call it the Nick Lidstrom Award.
because he's the best all-around defenseman, and fuck offensive defenseman. You have to be the best all-around defenseman to win the fucking Norris. I'm sorry, it pisses me off when Erik Karlsson gets nominated for it every year. Well, not anymore, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I mean, Carlson did do some pretty damn good
Yes,
things back there,
but Cale Makar is a great offensive defenseman. He is not Victor Hedman. I'm sorry. He's not.
not
What
yet.
would you consider, Paul? What would you consider to be the most important stat that measures a defenseman's defensive ability?
Defenseman's defensive ability? I
Yeah,
don't think there is a stat.
Well,
yeah,
I
there
mean,
is not a counting stat.
You can't block shots doesn't count because block shots can also just be like stupid.
Okay, but
You know what I mean?
what about Corsi?
Yeah, if you want to go with advanced stats, that's fine.
Yeah,
but
no, I just give me a stat.
I don't think there is one. That's my answer. I think like
But you don't think Corsi gets it
plus
done?
minus is a dumb stat because
Yeah,
you
thank you,
step on the
Clary.
ice. Plus minus, yeah, there you go. Plus minus is a dumb stat because you can step on the ice and get credited with a plus minus even
Right.
though you did nothing in the
Yeah.
play.
Right.
However, I do think if you're gonna do that instead, just if you were to make a stat, see how many goals get scored against you per 60.
Goals
that's my
against, that stat is there. Goals against per
Goals
60?
against per 60. That would per player. That would be my stat.
I want to see if I can find this on StatHead. We may have it. Oh my God, what is going on in front of that net? Because now I'm just really curious. Player Advanced Stat Finder. Let's see what we can do on StatHead.
Natural stat trick's also a good one for player stats like that.
So Corsi, I don't know. There's relative Corsi. I know how these work. I just don't know what. Give me a second. Let's see if I can find this here. Zone start. So they definitely don't track goals against per 60 for individual players. I don't think. Let's see. Offensive zone start percentage, D zone start percentage. I love these. Blocks, giveaways, takeaways.
Yeah, see, and it really is a hard thing to judge as an individual defenseman too, because that stat is a dual defenseman stat. It's you and your partner, right? There's no stat.
Yeah, but I mean,
it really shows like I guess offensive ice time versus how long you spend in the defensive zone. That's probably the best indicator, but then that's still on your forwards. I think more than anything, the Norris, or what I would change to the Lindstrom, is a feeling. It's a gut feeling that this
that's
is the
dangerous.
best.
The problem with the gut feeling though is that's how you get Drew Doughty getting a lifetime achievement award 3 seasons into his career.
Yeah, well, that again. It has to be a gut feeling and not stupid.
I know, but the problem I have with the Norris is I feel like some kind of narrative happens either going into the season or in the first 10 games, and that narrative stays no matter how bad or good a player plays for the rest of the year. Like I remember
right.
a couple of years. I remember a couple of years ago. It wasn't long ago. The people were like, "All right, we're like sounds like Petrangelo." I think it was 2 years ago that the narrative that Petrangelo is going to get a Norris because he hasn't had one yet.
Yeah.
And then he got injured,
And
so he couldn't do that anymore. But like,
All right, so all in favor to changing the Stanley Cup to the Bettman Trophy?
So just a heads up. I want to relative Corsi 4 at even strength. So let's just do Corsi 4 at even strength. And I'm curious here to tell you who's leading the league in defense on Corsi this year. Any guesses?
okay, wait, do we have a minimum on games played or something like that?
Probably. But this is like a guy who's been playing all season. He's got 35
Okay,
games.
all right, okay, all right. Just checking.
Just taking a guess. Because the number 1 and 2
Do you have the numbers?
The number 1 and 2 defensemen, these are number 1 and 2 in the league right now. This season at 55.6 and 53.9 respectively, meaning they're controlling 55% of the shot attempts at even strength. They're both on the same team. Any guesses?
Edmondson and Petrie.
No.
Damn.
Oh, 3-2 now. 3-2 Buffalo.
Philly's coming back. Cleary, no. Did you double your bet at 2-0?
Oh my God! Should he have listened to Danny after all?
I guess we're gonna find out. What happens if it goes to a shootout, Cleary? If it goes to a shootout, do they call it a tie? Let me see here. Jeez, Buffalo. Also, tell me Van Riemsdyk got a goal. No, he does not. But Jean-Gabriel Pageau is up to 4 points, and the Leafs get a healthy breakout here. Wee Willie to the outside, tries to cut back in, can't do it to the blue line. Mojo puts it on net, doesn't get there.
Who's number 2? Or who's 1 and 2? You never said.
Hang on.
Keith Yandel and Aaron Ekblad.
Yeah, that would have been another one. Ekblad's having a Norris season if he didn't get injured.
Yeah, he was having a Norris season, and jeez, that was intense.
Yeah, see, and if you told me that, I could instantly say that they play together and Ekblad plays better than Yandel. So Ekblad gets Norris.
Yeah.
But
In my
I love those like with or without charts
Mm.
that you can do where it's like this player's Corsi with Ekblad on the ice without Ekblad on the ice, and then Ekblad without Yandel, for instance.
This is weird. Oh, this is the wrong season. This is the best single season Corsi. The higher or lower than 50. Never mind. There's no way to do this right. The highest Corsi in a single season is 57%. Duncan Keith, 0910.
Who won the Norris that year?
0910.
Oh, what is the?
It's a Duncan Keith.
Oh, there you go.
That tells you exactly how good of a season he had. So that's a good stat, honestly.
So if we look at let's do this again. So let me switch to rather than look at single seasons, let's just take a look at this here.
Clary, I'm reading the link you sent right now.
Yeah, I want to take a look at
This a virtual arena?
Yeah.
What does this mean?
I don't know. I'm finding out right now.
There's 4 minutes left in this hockey game, kids. It's getting down to the wire. Season. So, why is this giving me a different number than what it just gave me? This is telling me something different in terms of Corsi. This is actually telling me that the current leader in the league is Jeff Petrie at 57.3, Paul, which is pretty good. And Edmondson is number 2. So,
And I would have guessed that. See,
that is what you guessed. But I don't know why this is giving me something different than what I was just looking at.
I love how I got that right.
That's actually really
No, I got that
impressive.
right. I'm sorry, I win. You
But
suck.
okay, but is Jeff Petrie playing like a Norris caliber defenseman this year?
Yes.
Yeah, he's having a good year.
So he's there, Edmondson's there, Ryan Graves is 3rd. But his Corsi percentage is negative relative, and I'm not exactly sure why we use Corsi relative.
Because isn't relative to when he's on the ice versus when he's not. So, like,
yeah.
if it's negative, that means that they're better when he's off the ice than when he's on it.
Weird. But, I mean, I guess that's because he's playing defensive minutes when, I guess.
Well, he's playing with Makar, isn't he? Relative Corsi compares a player to his teammates. When you see the number in the relative Corsi column, it is a representation of how many more shots were directed towards the opponent's net when the player is on the ice. And, of course, it's not loading the rest of this. If a player has a relative Corsi of -12, that means 12 more shots are directed at his team's net per 60 minutes than the opponent's when he's on the ice.
Right.
So
that's all about usage.
Yes and no. Like,
well, it'll be heavily determined by usage.
Yeah, it's definitely. But that's what I love is you can look at 2 or 3 different numbers and go, okay, what's the common denominator here?
Right.
Like that's the thing is, and that was always one of the big anti-analytics things I saw is, well, this number doesn't mean everything. Well, yeah, that's the point of statistics.
Kyle Dubas has a great quote that I lean on. I mean, I got a bunch of really good Kyle Dubas quotes that I try and keep in my my back pocket, but this one is, what the data doesn't show you is far more important than what the data does show you. So it's always just something to keep in mind when you're interpreting to statistics. What angle is that coming out of? So I get it, and then you have other stats that hopefully can fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
But I'm not a anti-analytics guy at all. I understand the eye test argument. I very much believe that the answer is somewhere in the middle.
Oh, 100% it is. And that's always the funny thing, too, is a lot of analytics people are like, this is just a tool for us to see how things go, like to see what your eyes might be missing.
Yeah. Still trust
like
your eyes.
if you're properly into analytics, you know, like you full on know that it's not everything.
Someone's dead. What happened? No, he's fine.
Oh. Yeah, what the fuck happened there?
Was that Barry?
He took out Matthew's legs, and there was no.
Yeah,
penalty.
well, no, I like. Oh, okay, no, I was worried he got a skate blade to the neck or something.
Did he take a knee to the knee? Let's see it.
I think he needed the face.
Knee to the head. Oh!
Oh! Yikes!
Oh my god!
I mean, what the fuck are you doing?
Honestly,
that's so fucking dangerous, man. Let the goal go in. Don't put your life on the line.
Did he not get hit? There's no blood.
I think he hit the visor. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, even Barry's face right now is like, oh my god. Yeah, I think Matthews just hit the visor. Oh.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. I don't really want this to go to overtime, but also I want the point. You know?
Yeah. Do we still have a game in hand on Edmonton right now?
Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll happily.
Yeah,
take
I
that
want
point.
if we're gonna get
We're 3
If we're-
points
if we're-
ahead and a game in hand.
yeah, give me the point.
Flashbacks to Taylor Hall being stepped on. In
Yeah,
practice.
yeah,
Yikes.
that
Oh.
warm ups thing was scary.
How much time's left in that Buffalo game?
check.
1 sec. Okay.
Also, you know what I really like about Galchenyuk's game? He is probably playing some of the most unselfish hockey I've ever seen.
Well, and this was the whole
Like-
point, right? So some guys need to get beat up. The fact that the Leafs were actually willing to
3 minutes, 50 seconds.
be patient with him, throw him in the minors, and make him find his game with big line minutes.
Yeah.
Genius, wasn't it?
Okay, he already cleared waivers. You might as well use that to your advantage, right?
And then
It's
people
nice
are going to be
move.
kicking themselves in the
Well,
shin.
but
when
it's
they-
not like you have to have an organization like the Leafs that actually is rich in resources where you can put a guy through that. Like
Yeah.
the money and the development things that go into that, most other
But also,
organizations wouldn't do
this
it.
guy has to have an ego check, right? And I think when the Leafs put you in the minors,
Well,
that's an ego check, right?
okay. If it takes you until team number 7 to get your ego check, like, man, that should have happened early. Who drafted
I
Alex Galchenyuk?
Montreal Canadiens.
The Canadians
Yeah, and then
drafted him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Canadians drafted him, traded him for Max Domi.
Yeah,
Arizona then traded him to Pittsburgh for Kessel.
right.
Pittsburgh then traded him to Minnesota for Zucker.
Minnesota sent him to Ottawa, who sent him to Carolina for a hot second, who flipped him back to the Leafs.
Did they? Well, did he? No, I think he just.
re-signed
Oh,
in
he
Ottawa.
signed. He signed.
Yeah,
with Ottawa.
he signed in Ottawa. Yeah, and
So-
then got traded to Carolina, put on waivers, and
Come on.
here we are.
I don't like
So-
this. I don't like this. One second, Paul. Draisaitl is doing things, and I'm getting nervous because Hutch is in net. Why do I just have a really bad feeling about this? Don't put that juju out there. I know. 21 seconds left.
Okay, so you're 5 seconds ahead of me.
There you go. And Paul's probably 5 seconds ahead of me.
No, I'm actually 2 seconds behind you, Danny.
Nerves. Come on! Like, oh, okay. What? No way!
No, there was no goal.
Okay, well, the broadcast just flashed goal. Did you guys
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Oh yeah.
It scared the crap out of me. Oh, my lord.
Whoops. Yeah, I'm taking the point here. And anytime
I
you
don't
get
want
a
to give them
point,
the point. That's the problem.
That's okay.
valid. But honestly, the fact that we got a point when our third stringer, regardless of what you think of him, when our third stringer's in net,
Yeah, okay.
that is semi a win all in itself.
So
I know we still have 5 minutes of overtime left, but through 60 minutes, I guess I'm okay with how Hutch has played this game.
he hasn't been bad.
He has been
great.
adequate for a third string goaltender.
Oh,
Yeah.
hammer time. They're just showing that highlight. God, that was a sick goal. And then Austin Matthews, just how he drew it up. Bouncing it off of, I don't know, whoever that was. Second goal wasn't his fault. Yeah, okay, we know that. So I'm saying he played fine. I guess.
Should we have some sort of contest, like, or not contest, but like have a guess chat? Who do you think's gonna score? Call it.
Yeah. Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner in overtime, baby. Let's go.
Kyler Yamamoto, because how funny would it be if the most irrelevant Oiler scores?
JT.
He's actually-
calling it.
Well, Archibald already did, so
Yeah.
Edmonton is going to be Draisaitl.
yeah, that's.
I don't know.
I'll-
Dude, I want them to give Galchenyuk some minutes in this overtime.
I'm going just because he
kinda
hasn't done it
disappeared
yet,
after
and I
the
think he's
first.
going to keep the streak alive. I'm going Nylander and Nurse.
You know what? Nylander's not a bad guess. I'm not even making a call for Edmonton because Toronto's going to win this game.
It's gonna
and
be
really,
Galchenyuk.
also, none of us picked Matthews. I guess that was the obvious one. Well, let's find out.
It can't be basic.
Can't be a basic ass bitch, eh?
Well, unfortunately, this game did not end 8-7, but let's remember how disgusting the Mitch Marner goal was. To
And
tie
the
game at
Matthews
1-1.
goal?
Or I guess that
Yeah,
was
that
the 2-1.
Matthews snipe.
Yeah, speaking of! Oh, he almost just ended it there.
Goddamn Smith, eh? That was clutch.
Uh-oh. God damn it, Hutch, you're so fucking bad!
Well, that tells me what just happened.
Darnell Nurse. I picked Darnell Nurse.
So what do you win?
Damn it, James.
All right, gentlemen, that was fun. GG easy. Poor Hutch, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
He gets screwed on 2 goals and then lets in a softie, and it's his fault that we lose. I guarantee that's what the story's gonna be.
Boys,
Yeah,
this-
the classic NHL 21 cross crease right there.
Let's see.
And that's not even that's not even his fault either. Like, how does he stop?
What do you mean?
Whatever.
You put your glove where the puck is instead of not where the puck is. Boys, this was a lot of fun. Big thanks to all of you that hung out and watched the entire game with us. Big thanks to James for joining us. Paul the Caveman Cavaretta, thank you for toughing it out. I know that you had a long day and you have another long day
girlfriend
tomorrow.
to deal with.
Before we call it here, final thoughts on officiating, because I do not want to talk about this at all for the month of April.
It's not going to change, and it will never change, and that's fine with me because the NHL has decent officiating.
James.
Just give me some consistency for the love of God. Like, even if it's ref to ref consistency, I don't care. Just if I know your game's on the schedule as a player, I would want to know how that game's going to be
Can we
called.
just take a second to look at Claymation Zach Hyman, your second star of the game?
Yeah.
That does not look like Zach Hyman.
Oh, that's bad.
That's hilarious.
That's bad.
Leafs Twitter, do your thing and meme this.
No.
On the NHL officiating, as much as it needs to be better, Clary, I think we all know that's not going to happen anytime soon. So we're going to shelf this argument. I would love to see them address cross-checking in the off-season. I swear, if anything happens that makes us need to bring this up as a topic in the month of April, I'm going to rip my hair out. So, Paul,
Yes,
we've got to
sir.
get you a shot of Everclear.
Oh my God, it's 3-3.
No! No way!
Okay, do we switch this over and watch the Sabres?
I think we've got to hang on for the rest of the Sabres
I've
game.
gotta-
Paul, if you
I've
got to
gotta
go,
watch-
you got to go.
No, I gotta watch this. This is
Oh, he's
fucking
sticking
hilarious.
around? Okay.
47 seconds left. They tied it.
Unreal. All right, hold on. I got to flip this game on.
Okay, hang on.
I am
I gotta
so stoked.
find this now.
Philly and Sabres, let's go. Unreal. Cleary, what is your ticket pay? Wow.
I can't believe you've done this.
Wow. And do they need to, I guess they need to win it. Plus 440. What did you put on it? Oh, you put $2 on it? We're cheering for $8.80.
Fuck yeah. I like
Alright,
that.
Let's go. Wow, Sean
Danny,
Couturier.
have you got a stream or no?
Yeah. Hold on. Go to sportsurge.net. This one courtesy of JepStats. And then click hockey.
You know it's good if it's courtesy of Jep Stats.
Yeah. The Leafs FanCast is powered by JepStats Sports.
And Little Caesars.
It's okay. I don't think he actually tunes in for us. Don't take it personally, though. It's okay.
Why? Oh my God, the names of these streams.
Stream East is the good one that I use. First link. It's got a couple things you got to navigate around. It'll make you whitelist it from an ad blocker, but it's pretty reliable. Just deal with the normal crap of streams.
Pause on this site once.
Wow.
There's no way we can't watch this.
We're rooting for you, Cleary. Okay, but now watch the refs decide this game. And then I'm done. I'm done. Throw the headset.
While we watch this game, I'm also going to search up adoption centers for dogs.
Nice.
Wait, this is making me download some sort of Chrome extension?
Wait, who is this in our fantasy league? Oh, never mind. Adam was asking about Poppy. He's like,
What about hockey?
He was asking where did this Poppy goal thing come from, but like I guess he didn't realize it was the next gen game. Wow, what a soft goal! These are all 3 of the Flyers' comeback goals. The first one, crazy soft. Giroux's was really nice, and then let's see Couturier. Just tip it in front. Cool. Oh, or did they give it to Reamer? Did Van Riemsdyk get the tying goal? No, he didn't. They gave it to, I guess, Couturier. Okay, cool. Either way, he's got some fantasy points. Team's looking all right. In my matchup with producer Nick.
I can't really ask for any help on this stream. I'm playing against Cleary this week in our keeper pool.
You can ask for help. I think.
Okay, there we go.
Love this. Let's go. Overtime? Who do they even play in overtime?
I'm just trying to make playoffs, Cleary. That's all I'm trying to do.
Oh boy, a lot of pressure on. Paul's onto Hearthstone. No, he's not. He's looking up.
No, I'm looking at
up
dogs.
dogs. Oh, buddy.
I just want to see them lose, and then I want to hear the Buffalo announcers be like,
it's over. That's it. Unreal. Cleary. Andrew Cleary. The man gets his points. And
all right,
oh my God.
I'm done. Later, guys.
How do you have to feel if you're the Buffalo Sabres? Thank you very much, Caveman. Okay. Well, James Redelmeyer, it's been a lot of fun.
Oh my God. That's so I'm just getting the goal now. My stream's a little behind.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Oh my God. Unreal. Buffalo Sabres. What are you doing? Okay. Well, it's been one hell of a night here at the FanCast. Thank you all for being here. We officially call it, you've been watching, the Leafs FanCast. Twitch.tv/BingPotTV or the Dean Blundell Crazy Sports Media Network podcast, flagship station extraordinaire. We will do this again next week. We might do a game watch party on Friday. That is it. So thank you all for being here. We will do it again soon. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.